That's just become a staple of the show
so
now.
beautiful.
I love it. I love it.
It's so wonderful. It's as if a red carpet rolls
I feel like
out.
I want to stand when I hear it.
Oh my God.
We should
That'd be the best gag. Everybody stand.
Salute the sticker.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Who
What up?
and Corey.si.
Hello.
We are here today for our 96th episode, so welcome, everybody.
Wow, deep in the episodes.
96. We're closing in on 100.
Almost like 69 on the opposite.
It's opposite of 69,
Yeah.
but same idea.
Or if you flip it upside down,
69.
Yeah.
Wait, did you make that on the way?
I made that like a while ago. I think I made it during the thing when I did high energy.
Brilliant. So yeah, thank you to everybody viewing on Twitch, and thank you to everybody who's listening audibly and watching us on YouTube. So here we go. Actually, let me get my notes up. Before we get rolling, this week's episode is brought to you by us. Visit revivalmotoring.com, check out the blog, check out the store, and donate to support us. Also, go follow our YouTube page, like, comment, and subscribe.
It's also brought to you by one other little company that is near and dear to our heart called Perfection Plastics, run by Mr. Joe Booth.
Yes.
He is an absolute technician when it comes to ABS plastic repair and other kind of plastic goods, making things you didn't think were possible. Check out his Instagram at Perfection Plastics. Reach out to him on Instagram. That's his preferred method of contact. And take a look at some of the wild projects he does, like some fairing repair on a motorcycle, which looks like someone definitely crashed it. But he brings it back to life. He put this like cool little credit card holder in the middle of a Mark III, a center console. He does a lot of really cool stuff, both custom and repair. So check it out.
I want to know more about the Mark III rain tray. Did you see the one that he posted recently? Filling all those holes. I want to see like the next step of that. I was very intrigued as I was watching.
It's too much for me.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I want to see like the final product.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that. So shouts Joe Booth.
Josh, is that a beer?
Beer.
This is a beer.
You're going to do beer?
I'm going to do beer.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, that's interesting because my appearance is brought to you by one of my favorites. And I want to ask you, Josh, is your car full bolt on? Still feel like it's missing something? Welcome to the wonderful world of custom metal fabrication. You need a pro to show you the ropes? Dennis at FF Metalworks? That's the man for you. FF Metalworks is a full-blown fabrication ship, I have written here, but shop that can make your dreams come true. Catch can not snazzy enough? Sick of that shitty coolant overflow bottle? How about you make those bitches out of titanium?
All of the above.
That's right. Any type of metal for your custom project is possible. Need to spice it up in the bedroom? FF Metalworks has a strict don't ask policy. Just send them the specs. A great way to take your build from full bolt-on to custom monster is a completely custom shift knob. Dennis worked with yours truly to come up with an absolutely ridiculous titanium and purple heartwood shift knob that you may know from my car, the Nurple, which we just took some beautiful photos of and we'll have online. Also, I don't know what I wrote there. This just in, FF Metalworks now produces custom knobs for your Hot Boy CEA shifter. Get rid of that shitty bolt on top and show the world you're a custom dude now. Trying to spice it up even further, FF Metalworks can do intake manifolds, valve covers, cans, bottles, you name it. Dennis works hand-to-hand with you, or as I have head-to-hand with you, to create the perfect piece. Ready to step your game up? Reach out to FF Metalworks today on Insta, email, or on ffmetalworks.ca. That's right, he's from Canada, so he's great to work with.
He's so nice.
He's one of the greatest guys ever. I talk to him all the time. Also, I can't just end it there, because also, I don't know why I have so many damn ads to read. Also brought to you by your boys at Wheel Refinishing, MR1 Wheel Refinishing. Are your wheels not John Blaze enough? Tired of having the same old finish as the other Hot Boys? Does your multi-piece wheel not get you as noticed as it used to? It's probably time to give those bitches a refinish. I'm got just the guy for you. Nick at MR1 Wheel Refinishing. It's not a simple powder coater, painter, first-time wheel taker or parter. This man's a wheel enthusiast. Believe me, I've seen some wheels that he's had to unfuck brought to him, done by a powder coater painter or first-time wheel taker powder. You got to get it done right the first time. A lot of the quick fix boys basically just apply makeup to your wheel. Just like the club, once the lights come up, you're out in the pasture, boy. M1's a full-service wheel refinish and repair shop. We're talking full-blown machine shop, polishing, powder coating, and tumbling equipment. Yeah, and he obviously fixed my wheels, my AC Type 2s that were powder coated by famous blind recording artist Stevie Wonder. He tried, but those babies weren't my Sharia Moore, which is the greatest line I've ever written. Nick went through those babies and not only fucked my wheels, but made them better than new. Now they make the rest of my E28 look like a total turd. Thank you, Nick. That's right, kids. Get your wheels glammed up so you can realize what a turd your project car actually is. Reach out to Nick at Emer1 Wheels now. Sorry, Junior, Nick only works on Forged multi-piece wheels, so start saving up. Also, last time I wrote this, he's booked till June. You might want to book it on the schedule, and you can get him at MR1 Wheel Refinishing on the Instagrams. And that's all I got for ads. I had to rewrite. I hated the last thing I did for FF, so that's my new.
That was
FF ad.
lovely.
Thanks.
It was a piece de resistance. You want to start with our norm
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
callbacks?
Anybody?
Yeah. I got some. Schmidtum hit me up today
Schmidtum.
to let me know 1552 was selling TurboMac 20-inch TurboMac HDs for 43% off. They're coming out to $125 a wheel.
Holy
It's
shit.
like a full-size truck wheel. So if you're looking for something, check them out now, man. Who knows when they run out? I know he bought a set for himself.
You should just
That
buy
is
those
light money.
in Raptor fitment.
I should just buy them and put them on my M5.
That too.
Your hair is something else right now.
Yeah, that's how I operate. I should put my headband on.
Oh wait, there's a headband.
Oh, there's a headband.
Yeah, of course, man.
Does
I'm
it
gonna keep
match
this out of
the-
my eyes, boy.
The Fox Body Mark 1 mashup video, I counted it. It was sent to me 27 times. Whether it
Oh,
be
the red.
yeah.
yes.
Whether it be
What was it?
Instagram, the Fox Body Mark 1
Oh yeah,
Photoshop
I got
thing.
that 1,000 times. Like, hey, send this to Corey. Like,
I was just,
he's available on the
I
internet.
counted it out because I got curious at some point. I'm like, I wonder how many times I've received this. Whether it be like text to me, tag me in it, whatever. It's super fucking cool. However, I'd still rather have like their first iteration, which is a 4i Fox Body.
Yeah, it did look pretty cool though.
It was pretty
It
slick.
looked pretty cool.
It was nice. I did like that.
Pretty slick.
There
pretty
is that
slick.
Fox body with the parachute.
Yeah, I want to go find out
neighbor.
what's going on there. Yeah, he's doing something. It's a small tire car with a big old parachute out back. So
Oh yeah, that looks yeah. The back wheels aren't that wide. I was like, oh man, this guy lives on the fucking edge.
Lives on the fridge.
He's gonna that's that pine box
Definitely lives
style.
on the fridge.
certainly some
Ice
fridge
box.
involved.
I have a small callback.
go.
My suspension has finally arrived for the M3.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
It's been a long haul.
How
Been
many?
a long-
How
been a
many? How
long
long?
We're in May? 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
That's how long my HKS suspension took to come in. These
So-
are fucking
So it's
idiots.
not.
I can piggyback off of that because I got a tracking number today for my suspension for the Polo.
It's a goddamn party.
So
It's fucking unbelievable.
that was
Hold on, we should celebrate.
so that was like 3 months from shipping to allegedly they shipped it. So they shipped them today. I have the tracking number. I know they shipped them. It says they'll be here Friday.
Yeah, man, that's how the UK knocks it out. Unlike Japan, they shipped them the day I placed it, and it took 3 months.
If
mean,
they show up
today's-
Friday, I'll shit.
Oh, you're prepare to shit, my friend.
I was going to say, you might be shitting because I received tracking last Friday. They were here by Tuesday. They were here
Where'd they ship from?
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Wow.
They were here Monday.
DHL?
UPS.
UPS. Well, so right now it says DHL. I don't know who's going to handle it once it actually.
Once it arrives here.
Whoever
yeah.
wants to handle my package once they handle stateside.
Yep.
We have a question. Whose is going to be installed first from Audi Exclusive?
100% Corey's.
Probably Josh's because I had to order all of my left-hand drive specific suspension stuff from Germany. And that is just
Okay. All right.
I like the confidence you both have in yourselves. Definitely not mine.
the rear. I'll have that assembled first. The front, we're waiting.
We're going to wait a little while.
Well,
Just run them without controllers. Fuck them. You don't
Yeah.
need them.
And partially, I just like, buying boxes and just leaving my shit sit there.
I
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
hate
Just let it
having parts
marinate.
in boxes. Oh my god.
So it's just kind of sitting there. So maybe I'll wait till I can swing some tires. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't you dare wait till you
we'll
can
see.
swing some
We'll see.
tires.
Speaking of tires, I got to find a tire to fit those wheels that I'm picking up this weekend. So,
Oh yeah. We
uh,
gotta figure out if I can go.
yeah, we gotta.
We have we're gonna have a midnight run to get some wheels.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what wheels are these. Recent? Are these
Can't tell you.
something that just popped up?
No. I actually made the deal to buy them like at our party at the club, the fucking nightclub thing.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. How many months ago was
Oh
that?
man, that was in
Oh
November.
wow, that
Yeah.
was really that was a
That
long
was
time ago.
6 months ago.
Yeah. It's just time to go pick
You
them
know,
up.
deals happen at the club though.
That's how
As
it
we
goes.
know, that's where we get back to the club.
Back room-
Shit goes down.
Yeah, backroom deals.
So it's just finally time to go pick them up. I just get tires on them. I don't give a fuck what they look like right now. I'm gonna run them as is.
There we go.
I'll figure it out later.
I got a kind of a call back. Big shout to Jesse over there, Banch, for welding a dingus to my intake. So now my
Manure Jesse.
old Jesse manure. So now I can my old catch can goes right back into the intakey poo. I'll tell you what. Well, having someone that can weld aluminum just on deck, very handy
Yeah, that's
for
good
me to
stuff.
unfuck almost everything I do wrong. So big shout to Witzel. So now, yeah, he welded the dingus for me, and it's never been the same in a good way.
It's just been so much better.
Oh my God, it's so much better. What else did I have? I have a story.
A story.
Ooh, stories are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is this a
What do you got for a story?
F series story?
Oh yeah. It's
Okay.
an F-Series story.
Yes,
It's
because
living up to its F-Series name.
I'd like to hear more of this. I know sporadic details, so
Okay. So, our great listener, well, a while ago, so it is a callback on the podcast, I mentioned that my F10 was asking for oil, and it does a little bit here and there. One of our listeners, who's a BMW tech, pocket full of sunshine, reached out and was like, hey, man, there's not a lot going on because of Dorona. Bring it by. I'll take a look at it. It's probably some valve seals. You can probably replace it under warranty because my car has warranty till the end of this month. So,
It's the 13th.
yeah. So I booked it, and then they had to close down for some Rona related bullshit. So they closed down for 2 weeks. I was like, fuck it, I don't know. And then they called me like, hey, do you want to rebook it? So I did. So I give the car over to him the other week, and it was just routine maintenance. As I said, I was looking for some stuff he could replace just before it runs off warranty, and he says the car looks fine, everything looks great. He goes to run a compression test on it because he's a good tech. And cylinder 5 has 65 pounds of compression. Should have 120.
So what are we down? 48% or something? Or
We're down a mucho compressione.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse. So if you were just like whatever, if this happened to me and it was off warranty, I'd be like, all right, let's pull it, re-ring it. We'll fix the fucking thing down the cheap. Under warranty, it's still got 15 days left of warranty. So BMW is replacing the entire motor under warranty.
That's incredible. They must be looking at the time frame for when the warranty's up. And like, fuck, we were so close, guys.
I was told that the service manager audibly gasped when he realized that it was on a CPO warranty.
Yeah.
So the list price, the price on the motor, the crate motor they order for the car is $39,700.
that's insane.
What do we think the actual cost to build something like that is?
I don't know. So we were talking about this, right? So
Because I get the MSRP is a number.
I forgot who I was talking to about it. Maybe Audi exclusive. I was talking to somebody on Instagram about it, and I forgot who I talk to all the time. And he was like, you can't tell me that motor's actually 40 grand. I'm like, well, you can buy a base 5 F10 5 for 50. And this car's 100.
Yeah.
The only fucking difference is the motor.
So
Yeah, I don't think it actually costs that much.
No.
But I think in BMW world, if you're I'm currently, my loaner is a base 5.
yeah.
I pay 40 grand to put a 500, 600 horsepower
I'm
in it.
talking like lump sum of parts. Like I think about how much development time they have into this engine.
Oh, I don't know.
You know?
I mean,
Right,
it's a
there's-
V8 with some turbos on it. But yeah, there's a lot of R&D.
I think it's a little more than that.
Just a little bit of R&D.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's total. That's just the price of the crate motor. The car's worth, on a good day, $35,000.
The engine alone.
But he also
That
said
thing- really? That thing is only going to KBB for about
35 to 40. Yeah.
what year is that?
2014, and it's got 77,000 miles on it, about to be 0.
Yeah.
But he said, you know, he hasn't seen it before. It's not like this happens. There had to be something wrong with the motor for this to happen.
And it's just been degrading over time.
And since it's an M5, it shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
I would certainly, I don't know. I would certainly be very wary about buying one off warranty now.
No.
Wow. I mean, sorry.
No, what's up?
Just a quick number. Used one. This is a used price. This isn't even the KBB price. 2014 BMW M5 for $29,000.
Yeah, as I said,
With 76,000 miles.
they go off a cliff because the Newmans have all-wheel drive, et cetera, et cetera. So it's
Holy
not worth a
shit.
ton of money. So I was like, hey, you guys want to just send me a check for like $35?
We'll call
and
it
give me
even.
the car back. I'll sell this in the CarMax. So they'll have no idea it's broken.
Yeah. They'll sell it broken. Trust me.
And I'll have plenty of money to put down on or just sell me a brand new M5 for the same payment I have now, because it would effectively be 40 grand off an M5. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, that's not how that stuff works.
No.
So yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Now,
So it's being replaced. But this is the more interesting thing. I haven't even received a call from the dealer yet.
I don't think they want, maybe they think you'd be irate. Maybe like, oh, we don't want to talk
Oh,
to
if they
them.
call me, I'm going to be irate. It's going to be hilarious. But
If they call you, you should be the most, yeah, whatever. All right, cool.
chuck it in.
Yeah, throw it
I
in.
know what I hope happens.
You be done this afternoon? All right, cool.
I hope what happens is they put the motor in and just drop it off and be like, yeah, we couldn't find out what's wrong with it.
And just lie.
Right.
Because-
Or they just don't disclose. Just like, yeah, but we took care of it.
But here's the thing. I think they're going to have to cover the motor for another 2 years because it's a brand new motor. They can't just put a motor in and be like, yeah, hey,
Right.
What's the break-in process like and everything like?
hammer it because it's still in a warranty. I
I was
don't
going
know.
to say 100% all the
The
time.
break-in process is drive it to CarMax.
If they cover for another 2 years, then yeah, just balls to the wall.
I'm going to keep it forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive that thing like a grandma. Besides a couple donuts and burnouts I do in the parking lot here.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't really drive that thing like a maniac.
Yeah, it's not that anything too crazy.
It's not like I ever took it to track. So it's absolutely crazy that I can't wait to see. I'll share the final total. I don't know how much I should say, what dealer it is or whatever, but it's I mean,
think-
it's stand up that they're replacing the engine. I mean, it's like 15
Right,
days
right.
left on warranty.
You said the gentleman's Instagram name. I think it's kind of plastered all over there.
Yeah. No, if you want to dig into it, sure you can. But
I would honestly like
you got to figure out how it's spelled.
Well, there's nothing. What do you call it? Not kosher happening. There's a
Right,
warranty.
I was
it's
just gonna say,
covered.
yeah, this
there's
is
a
all-
problem.
This is all on the
Yeah,
up
but
and
well,
up.
because he first told me it's broken. He's like, hey, it has to go to corporate. And I was like, uh-oh. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't modify this car, so if something dumb happens, something
we
does
just
happen.
talked about this.
Yes!
So that's the right. That goes back to, do you mod your
No, we just
daily?
talked about this.
We
This is
just talked about it.
perfect.
I don't modify that car because I am so scared of how much that motor costs, not knowing it was $40,000.
I'd like to know.
Used ones are like 10.
I'd like to know that process that corporate does make. Is there a chart? Do they go, or is it,
Well, he said
one person kind of dictating?
in their records, it shows my car getting all the oil changes at the dealer.
Yeah.
Which the only one, I only did one that wasn't.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's more than, he's like, that's
Right.
more than
It's
enough.
Not,
Yeah.
It's not effed with. All the maintenance records are there. It's nothing malicious. Yeah.
I have someone. I mean, we can have in and talk to when we can have someone in and talk to. They don't work for BMW, but that's their job.
Oh, he'd probably come in and talk about
Yeah.
it. I think
Yeah.
once it's done, maybe we have him come in and talk about it because he's going to send me pictures of the install and stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's
That's
really ridiculous that this is
fucking
broken.
serious endeavor. Huh.
So yeah, I hit him up. I was like, hey, do they think you're the one contacting me with this? He's like, no. Okay, that's just weird. My car's been going for 3 days.
Right, and
The
nobody
motor's
said-
toast.
Yeah, and no one says anything.
No
I mean, I'm
update.
sure Strobel has some serious insight on
for
this as
sure.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
He'd be another
have
person to talk to.
I have a 530 XI loaner, like a new one.
Yeah.
I still can't tell how to find the odometer on the thing, but not a lot of miles. It's still like there's still
Plastic.
the plastic on the thing that I really want to peel off.
Oh, I would peel it off in a fucking heartbeat.
I might just peel off a little every day. I'll tell you what.
Not a great car.
It's not a great car. Yeah, well, it's not a great car. I wouldn't.
What's it the MSRP? You said 40 something.
I don't know. It's going to be high 50s, I think.
Wow.
I
Ooh.
wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, it's fine.
But it's not. You wouldn't go spend the money on it.
I wouldn't change. Like to upgrade it, I can't even tell it's a different. I look at cars all the time.
Yeah.
And I can't tell it's a different body than the car I have.
Interesting.
The interior is kind of different, but it looks like from 13 to 14, they had like an interior refresh. It could just be another interior refresh.
Yeah.
I know the M5 motor's the same, but totally different as well. I know the new M5 has all-wheel drive. That's great. But if I was driving like a 530, if I was driving this model, previous generation, it'd be literally no reason to buy another one.
Yeah.
And it's got the same wife as It's got the same motor as my wife's car, and I take my wife's car over it all day.
Same.
Because it's at least my wife's car has a lot of usable room.
I'm not a GT
I mean, don't
guy.
get me wrong, it's a brand new 5 Series. It's a great loaner, but it's just like
Yeah, it's a good loaner. But I mean, maybe
it's a 4-cylinder. I didn't know they made a 4-cylinder 5 Series.
I think they kind of have to now.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, like, you know,
Strobe has replaced the engine in every Macan in New England, apparently. So
Yeah,
big shout to him.
he talked about that when we were up there visiting him.
yeah,
That was going to be his like
bread and butter.
thing.
God bless him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's going to do it.
In between B5 S4s, it's the Macan.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I
God.
think he
Yeah.
was talking about he was trying to get his time down on replacing the McCann stuff.
I'm
It
sure
was
he
like a
did.
race for him.
I was gonna say it's right. It's competition now.
Yeah.
But
To
amongst
him and himself. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know my buddy at BMW Newport he's got a new M5 that's come in to be sold there. So
Yeah.
tempting, but it's not tempting enough.
Right. Right.
Tell you what, I saw a new M3. So whatever this outgoing generation is on the road,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
nailed it.
F.
Oh, yeah.
They fucking nailed it.
You give me a white sedan, and I'll
they
trade
nailed
anything
it.
for it.
This was like a grayish one.
Yeah.
They nailed it.
F90.
Yeah.
Thanks, his grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just, whatever the outgoing one is, they just, everything, the body proportions, and I like it better than,
Sedan or coupe?
Well, the
The
new
M3
one's
is only
its own-
four.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. The
So,
M3. Yeah.
but what I was going to say is the
Fucking
proportions are just so much better with the 4 doors on the M3 than the M4 is.
Oh,
in my
100%.
opinion.
I'm
Right.
way more into the M3 versus the M4.
Yeah.
Right. It's way more aggressive than the 5s, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like. I saw one yesterday as well. It was a coupe. So what's that? A 4?
It's a 4, yeah.
And it was good looking, but the 3 is just like, oh
Yeah. Beefy.
yeah. I like those. I wonder what those sell for now. They can't be that much
I don't
money.
know. Josh, what do you got over there?
What would that be? So that would be an F80. Oops.
Because my wife's 3 has a ton of room. It's that body style as well. I think
Yeah.
it's 17.
I don't know. It's funny because sometimes I just poke around and kind of check and see what stuff's going for. And every single time I do it, it's like, oh, it's way more money than I thought.
Yeah,
Everything's
maybe
always
it's
way
because-
more money than I thought.
Because 5's value goes down so fast
Yeah.
and 3's don't.
Oh, well. But, yeah, it's awesome. I have a recall or two pending on the 1 series that I just need to bring it.
Oh,
somewhere to do it.
you got to talk to him. He'll make it
Yeah.
happen.
So that
Those-
stuff's in there.
Anybody
Those
looking to
go
get a little
for,
side work done?
Mid 40s.
Mid 40s.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
still a little
So you
bit.
buy an M5 then,
Yeah.
which
Like,
is
Yeah,
faster
Good.
Faster.
in all ways.
Yeah. Yeah, but also my car is like that super ultra low emissions vehicle, which has that crazy warranty in it that extends way farther than any normal vehicle warranty.
Which one's that?
It's the
Oh, you have the emission one.
SULEV or SULEV warranty, and it's like 150,000 miles, which I'm under 100,000. So there's some crazy stuff they can do in that. So I don't know. Maybe reach
Yeah,
out to them.
I'll get his
Clean
info.
up.
We can
Yeah.
make it happen. But yeah, I'm with you. Those 3s are so goddamn good. I really love them. And once the
Yes.
new one comes out, that's why the 3 is way more expensive than the 5 now, because the new 3 hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to, because I was thinking if they just total this thing, which I didn't, hey, a man can dream.
Yeah.
I
can
just
figure it
buy a
out.
new M3,
Yeah.
but they don't. It's not a thing.
Not yet.
Right.
Not yet.
Not
Next year,
next year. I think.
2021.
So
At the end of this year, I think they're coming out.
sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
we'll see it before this year end. We'll see it.
Unveiled.
Oh, yeah.
But if you get an F10 M5 and it's burning a little oil,
Bring it in.
bring it in the dealership
May
immediately.
wanna- yeah. May want to have a look.
I mean, seriously, I slid in at the last.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a Hail Mary pass, 10 seconds left, not
Right.
even
Just because
1 second left.
think of the pickle that you'd be in if you
Oh,
went.
it'd be a very big,
It's just like
girthy pickle.
what?
Yeah.
It's a fucking.
It'd be the CarMax's giant pickle. is
The
What it's
Yeah,
going to
oh,
be.
that big week, yeah.
Big gray pickle is going to be hitting the lot.
Exactly. I might be a little upside down. It would be like, yeah, no, you guys have it. You guys have it.
the gherkin of all gherkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have been able to trade it into a BMW dealership either. They'd all known.
Yeah. There's a little,
Oh, these things are known for. Let me get that compression check.
But no, they're not known for this. That's the weird thing.
So, all right.
So there was something wrong with it. There was just something wrong with it.
Huh.
interesting. I wonder if you're going to be able to feel the difference.
Yeah.
Thing pulled like a fucking freight train before this.
That's what he said too. He's like, the thing pulls so good, but I was like, I better do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's no choice.
Yeah, because I mean, 1 cylinder at like half compression. I mean,
make it up with boost.
You're definitely down some HPs, but I mean, how much you gonna feel in the butt dyno?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And the thing didn't sound like, it didn't sound like
No,
off by any
the
means.
butt dyno says slow the fuck down all the time in that car. So I don't know, but I'm glad I brought it in. Big shout to Pocket Full of Sunshine out there for basically just being like, hey, just bring it in, see what's up. And
I'm still sold on the fact that car is faster than the GTR.
No, it's not.
I know we've talked about it so many times.
We can run them.
Maybe we can figure it out. But
driving them back to back, it has more torque than the GTR.
Maybe that's
GTR,
what I'm feeling.
if you watch the speedos in Imperial now on my GTR, if you watch the speed on the car, it's fucking outrageous. Like, I watched some video where someone like does a pull up to 110, and I'm like, that is fucking slow. Like, I can max out the speedo.
Yeah, and start coming back around.
Right, and I can do it in an amount of space in Mexico, obviously that is
Canada
non-fucking sensical.
Yeah,
like I can. If there's like a straight line on the highway, I can max out the speedo. Speedo goes to 160.
Yeah.
And I can just bury it.
Yeah.
And it's
very
just
interesting.
fucking crazy. Where the M5 is fucking fast.
I think it's the torque that's fooling me.
No, it's the rear wheel drive in the torque that's fooling you. This is a little bit more wheelie than the Skyline. And also, you're going to remember the Skyline weighs half.
Yeah.
It's like, so the Skyline had
they're pretty equal
300 horsepower
right?
to the wheels. Yeah, they're probably the same horsepower. Except Skyline's all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But the all-wheel drive horsepower on the Skyline is about exactly the same as the
rear wheel
on the M5.
And then weight difference got to be
it's huge.
1,500 pounds at least.
I think it's probably that.
Yeah.
Skyline weighs about
Huge.
3,100 pounds.
Okay.
So that weighs 44.
It's a behemoth.
Yeah.
You can feel it. It's a heavy vehicle when you drive it. You can feel.
I'm not
the weight.
stock turbos on the Skyline. No. The Skyline's just. I mean, if I chipped the M5, I think the M5 would probably just destroy it because it has so much more gearing and stuff.
Yeah.
Skyline's a 5-speed. The M5 is an 8
Yeah.
or a 7. I don't even fucking know.
I think it's an 8.
You get to the end of those and you're like, I'm going to prison.
Yeah, prison or it's the moon. I don't know either one.
They both have big brakes. They both stop
if it
pretty
had
good.
wings.
Yeah, it's about to take off. So, all right.
But he's way more. I'd rather be going like 160 miles an hour in the M5.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the Skyline's surprisingly not that unstable. But Josh, like we were fucking around with it today, and he's like, "Hey, can you turn the wheels?" I'm like, "With the car off? Okay." It's just like I feel like I'm building the pyramids. It's like, yo ho, we're just trying to move this fucking wheel. But
Very mechanical.
Yeah. We love mechanical things here.
That's it. You boys want to cue the boys?
yeah,
News.
What do you got?
The Ram Rebel TRX production is to start in September.
Ooh.
Dealers are getting allocations.
So this is going to be allocated kind of like what the Hellcats are? This isn't going to be like a run-of-the-mill, like anyone can kind of
I think so,
scoop
yeah.
up like a Warlock?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, speaking of Warlock, FF Metalworks sent me a Warlock for sale close to him. $22,000.
Oh, an actual Warlock?
An actual
For
Warlock.
say.
stickers?
No.
Does he live under a bridge?
No, the original one
No,
from
I
the
know.
70s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I thought, I'm like, all right, yeah. Dodge Ram 1500 with some stickers.
No.
Okay.
You know what? Nowhere near as aggressive as I was hoping. As far as like visual.
It's not visually aggressive enough for you.
Yeah, I was really hoping for much more.
Troll, much more Warlock.
Much more. No, the TRX.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere
TRX.
near as much as aggressive as I was hoping.
No. In fact, this picture, whether it's
Shorter than nostrils,
Accurate or
that
not.
looks like a standard work pickup truck.
right, it's pretty simple.
Which
In
is
fact,
pretty-
It almost looks.
So you're saying it's not worth the $22,000
If
for the
you-
20-year-old plus pickup truck?
We're not even talking about the TRX anymore. No, we're talking about the TRX, not the Warlock.
Yeah. So the new
Oh,
one
the
that's coming out.
actual TRX.
The new one.
Yeah.
You cover up that Ram on the front.
Yeah.
To me, that looks like a Toyota.
A Yoda?
Kind of looks like a Yoda.
Yeah,
Or Tundra, or it could be anything it wants to be. Actually,
I don't know, all this other like camel vehicle stuff we saw, it really had me going down the route of like, I was hoping for something much more beefy.
Big,
I mean, look at the
aggressive.
Raptor, man. People
Yeah.
love the Raptor because of how obnoxious it looks.
The
Yeah.
the Raptors, yeah, because it's huge, so it has fucking side markers on it. Like,
Big giant over fenders.
oh, it's
yeah.
ridiculous.
It's
Look-
beefy,
looks-
it's bulky.
It looks Baja-esque.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
like it can float over.
Looks like you could
sand
jump it.
dunes.
It can.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Just not that fast.
Except that one guy.
Or that far.
That was like day one. That was like
yeah,
Raptor
that
release
was
day.
first gen, first guy who gets it off the lot.
They,
and goes and
you know,
jumps
they
it.
reinforced that thing because of that
I can see why.
with the next
I
body.
can
Yeah,
see why, because that one folded in half.
that guy proved not so great.
So a full debut is coming in late June for said TRX. But yeah, they're starting to make this thing a reality.
I'm excited. Another vehicle that we talked about in the past that they're starting to make a reality is a Nissan Frontier, which there's been like a leaked photo of a photo now. And it's precisely what we said. They're going down the beefy route of kind of looking more like a Raptor, some plastic over fenders, big knobby tires, much more aggressive front end. I know people are getting real hyped about it. However, it's like its specs are pretty lackluster.
Is it the Frontier? I saw someone they leaked a picture of a Frontier Nismo.
Yeah.
That's because like Toyota, everything's going to get what do
A
we call it?
TRD.
No, but it was a sport edition of everything.
Yeah. So it couldn't just be like the Frontier. I guess it's got to be like the full dump. I don't know. I guess maybe like the Ford Raptor or Ford F-150 Raptor. This is going to be the Ford Frontier Nismo.
And they're pushing it up.
Yeah, and they're butching it up, but I mean,
Not bringing the-
initial intentions of like what the specs are or what they will be isn't very exciting. It's not,
Very rarely is from
Yeah.
Nissan.
which is a bummer. It's a
It
bummer.
is a bummer.
This was kind of this is kind of their way to kind of hit a home run with it.
Interesting Nissan news. I read it was just like a snippet, if you will.
A snippet.
400Z's in trouble.
Zed? 400Z's in trouble?
Yeah.
That's my baby.
It might catch the cut
Oh, man. Why is it going to catch the cut?
because it looks so good and it was so exciting.
Right.
true, yeah.
Right, so that's the one that they have to, get rid of first. Yeah.
So that's what I read.
I'm sure Rona related due to
I'd imagine
sales
so.
and-
I mean, sales are rough.
yeah, I
rough
mean,
out there.
Just the
Yeah.
thing. Let's see. I have a little tidbit that just says Toyota expects a collapse.
Generally, of a building.
80% drop in profits.
Ew, boy.
That's a lot of percent.
Yeah. So that's that for non-happy news.
Yeah.
or just manufacturers in general.
I have more non-happy news.
What else you got?
One of my favorites, Hertz. They're thinking maybe going bankrupt.
That is Hertz are your boys.
They are.
Hertz are truly your
I
boys.
shed a tear when I saw this.
Hertz are your boys.
They're getting killed because they have 567,000 cars on lease in the U.S. alone, and there's no demand. No one's traveling. No one's
Right,
renting
so
cars.
No money coming.
They have over 700,000 cars on lease if you take the whole world fleet. And they are currently missing lease payments like crazy. Those are air quotes.
Yeah.
And they say if they do go under, all those 700,000 cars are going to go into the used car market, which is going to, air quotes, fuck the used car market.
It's going to, wow. So that number, just for a quick thought, 560,000 cars, is that we said?
567, yeah,
1,000 cars in the U.S.
in the U.S.
and 700,000 total. So that means there's only 130,
Yeah, they don't have a huge international presence.
133,000 cars elsewhere in the world.
Yeah.
It was a little more than that. It was probably almost 800 total. It was like
Still, I mean, it's
200 in the rest of the
crazy.
world.
Think about that. How many cars just in the U.S. are just rental through Hertz?
Yeah, they're all leased.
You know
too.
what that means? C63, AMGS.
Oh, they're
They're going to get flood
Get
the
ready.
used car market.
Get ready.
Yeah.
I don't want one I've ever driven, though.
Yeah.
I don't want the one with the napkins in the roof to make it not vibrate.
Yeah.
With the Corey system. Was that Casale?
That was
did that?
Casale, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man. But yeah, they're looking for a bailout, but their two biggest banks are like, these guys are fucking up.
Yeah.
So, they benefited because they had such a massive fleet, but now that massive fleet's just killing them.
Yeah.
So
It's
and
weighing them down.
They don't have time. The only thing they brought in a consulting firm that deals with bankruptcy. So that's what's.
So are they
hinting
running
off.
rates right now? Can you get something real cheap? What's the deal?
I doubt it.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
maybe.
I was saying I'm gonna go pick something up in Boston, romp around on it for the fuck of it. Why not?
Have
It's
at
cheap
it for
enough.
I mean,
a
you
day or
probably
two.
could, man. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble, which sucks because I have so many goddamn Hertz points. We should probably just go burn all my Hertz points.
That's not a bad
We
idea.
could definitely rent like a Lamborghini or something.
Do they have one here in the Boston fleet, maybe?
I think they have one in Boston. They have one in New York for sure.
Yeah.
That's actually
not going there.
You guys want to rent a Lamborghini for a
Very
day?
good idea.
Yeah, that's a fucking fantastic idea.
Can we get a deal on 3
No, probably not. I can probably rent
Yeah.
a Lamborghini for half an hour with all my points.
with
but
the Hertz points?
That's enough time.
And they still need a credit card.
let me cash these bitches in.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. Another happier news.
Yes.
I Autoblog. They're
Whoa, they're still around. AOL's Autoblog?
AOL's Autoblog.
Yeah.
It was actually a great place I find to get good quality new like automotive news.
Yeah.
That isn't particularly one way or the other. It's kind of like a little
Wait,
back
so
and
you're
forth.
saying it's a straightforward news source?
I
Yeah.
find them to be rather straightforward versus some others.
Holy shit.
They do long-term testing of vehicles.
Yes.
2019 Subaru Forester Touring long-term update. Wet carpet. That's it. I didn't read the article. I don't want to read the article. It's not, but like wet carpet. And they find out what it's like servicing a car during the coronavirus when your Forester springs quite a leak.
boy.
But it's 2019 with the long-term testing. I mean, they usually put about 15, 20,000 miles on those cars in a year. I mean, wet carpet. What's going on there? You know?
We just had a 2020 Ford Explorer that we're about to use. And John Sutton moved it. And he's like, what's that all sloshing noise?
Oh no.
What's all that noise? And the fucking spare tire well,
Fill up the old waters.
about 5 inches of water sitting
Wow,
in
really?
there. Yeah. Literally brand new.
What is in the spare tire well?
Water.
Floating spare tire.
Oh, floating. I didn't know if it was electronics, battery. You know.
No, yeah, just the tire there, thankfully. But obviously that means there's a drain somewhere that's plugged up, or who knows?
Maybe that's just how Ford engineered it so it doesn't make a lot of noise in the back.
Yeah, it's
Flood the
rather-
tire.
It's rather buoyant.
just floating tire. It's not held in by any center lock or
Yeah,
anything.
just
it's
floating.
just
This
floating.
is some anti-grav tech.
Yep.
Not opposed to it.
Speaking
Just
of
like that
websites
cage, floating cage.
that aren't straight news, Jalopnik got a new editor.
They certainly did. I have still not checked it out yet.
I saw an article on Jalopnik that I sent you guys called "Tesla is only getting stronger."
Yeah.
And it looks like the attitude might have changed over there. Which is very
quickly.
interesting,
Yeah,
yeah.
very quickly too.
Because maybe I don't know. I hope I see some change for the better over there because I do like that website.
Let's talk
They
old
were getting a
Elon.
little crazy.
Old Elon. Huh?
Old Elon.
Elon.
It's pronounced Ash.
Ash.
That's what I said last time. You guys were like, no, it's not. All right.
No. I wanted to get the point that A21 was a plane.
A plane.
Yeah.
A
right.
plane.
Before
So
the
that was his-
SR-71. The plane
Sure
before
said
the
that as well.
SR-71, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
So
his
that's a plane.
contribution.
I said
Yeah.
his name was Ash Plane.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
the previous podcast.
Ash. No, there was no plane.
Ash Plane.
Many memes out there, many funny memes
Lots of
out
memes.
there about said young little fella. What was it? Elon's son doesn't have birthdays; it has firmware updates.
Yeah. Some pretty funny ones.
That podcast was absolutely wild. The Joe Rogan, Elon Musk liked
Yeah.
that a lot.
It was really
That
good.
man's from the future.
I appreciate 100%. He's a robot. I appreciate or a reptile. I appreciate Joe Rogan's effort to try to get some updates on the Roadster and stuff like that out of it.
Yeah, he kept pushing towards
Yeah,
the end. He kept
yeah.
pushing, and Elon was kept being like, "Listen, I can't really talk about." And come on,
Yeah,
come on,
we're all friends here.
Yeah, this doesn't go out to 15 million people. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I did like the explanation for the Cybertruck window breaking.
You know what's funny
Yeah, that was awesome.
is that it kind of made sense.
It did. Yeah.
It kind of made sense, but at the same time, I was like, this fucking guy. This fucking guy. He's got an answer for everything. Answer
He
for everything
does,
over
he
here.
does.
He's like a 4-year-old.
You can you can literally hear his brain working.
Yes.
Yeah, his response time is so slowed down
He's going to upgrade his interface.
Yeah.
because whatever comes out is so
Right.
calculated.
It's calculated, right?
That's because he's looking through all possible timelines to find out the ample one, like
Yeah.
the Colonel Sanders in the Matrix.
The best answer, right? The best answer for said timeline he's currently in.
Exactly.
I like how he's like, listen, we're reopening this bitch, whether you fucking like it or not.
He did it too.
Yeah. So
Come and arrest me, and guess what they didn't do? I didn't dig over
yeah.
there.
So, but I like his idea of pulling the plugs, pulling the whole thing out of California. Just
Yep.
being like,
California.
don't need it here. I can go another place.
Instead of
and
save billions of dollars if he moves to Texas.
Texas or Nevada.
Colorado.
I was
Sounds like
looking
a
for no
great idea.
state taxes, I think is what he was hunting down.
Florida.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine if Tesla moved to Florida?
Oh, imagine the craziness.
I don't think
Come on.
Florida's big enough to handle something like that. It's crazy.
I don't know. Florida's pretty tight.
You know? No, you think about like the manufacturing process that these people have, just Elon has kind of put in place here in California. You know, like, could you pick something up like that and just be like, I'm out?
Probably.
Well,
It's not like you're moving.
There are lots of machines, but bringing people's really the tough part.
Yeah.
Basically, everybody loses their job.
Yeah.
And-
or you move with like the guarantee of keeping your job. I don't know.
I was
No,
just
Yeah,
going to say
exactly, yeah.
the labor force is the issue. 10,000 people suddenly uprooting, and then probably if they look at it from a financial standpoint, okay, we can ixnay these. I don't know, 7,000 people,
Yeah. How many people
But
actually work in
he's-
California though?
and that's a good question.
Because I know he stated how many people he had on payroll because he made a point that no one has passed away.
Has gotten right,
Yeah.
and in particular in China.
Yeah. But how many people actually in California, it may not be the bulk of his staff. I don't know. Well, who knows?
Isger said cost of living way cheaper than California and Florida. He's goddamn right. You
He's
can live in
100%
mansions out there.
Yeah. I think it's cheaper anywhere than California.
Correct.
I mean, unless
Everywhere's
he's
cheaper.
moving it to like Park Ave in New York City, but
It's a great place.
even then. Yeah.
Heavy vacancies.
I just like he's sticking to his guns. He's like, well, fuck you guys.
Right, he's just gonna
I got
do-
shit to do.
Yeah.
And then the internet is undefeated with the people who didn't know or don't believe or don't want to know that Tesla is an
An
American,
American
car
company. It's amazing how many people
Unbelievable.
on Twitter don't know
It's-
Tesla's American car company.
Absolutely unbelievable. This European car company
Yeah.
coming in here.
Yeah.
No, what,
No.
I'm absolutely stunned.
Yeah.
Oh, his name's weird. Big shout out to Rado Blues G60 for donating some money for the Shawarma Fund.
Shouts.
I'm flattered. That
Big shouts
shawarma's
to you,
getting
sir.
expensive.
Thank you.
You know what, boys? New car coming out. I think you're all going to be excited about.
Is it the Supra?
Nope.
Oh,
I do have super news though.
a super.
Good.
The Alpina XB7. Take the most requested BMW model ever.
Oh, really?
The X7. Give it to Alpina. Boom. At least 600 horsepower. $175,000.
I was going to say this is going to be a $200,000 SUV.
Well, not if you get it with roll-up windows and no motor. It's 175. And if you want to know more about it, tune into BMW Canada's Facebook page next Tuesday at noon. It's the fucking weirdest thing I've ever seen. Noon.
Noon what?
Next Tuesday at noon. What the fuck?
BMW Canada. That's how,
Noon Eastern, noon.
Canadian time.
Canadian. Yeah. There's
I mean,
one.
When? Yeah.
One giant time zone for Canada. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I really said, but I think it's hilarious because we were just talking about how expensive the X7 was and how crazy that was, and now Alpina
Because
is
of
going to
the
make it more
X8.
expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
I was driving the other day, and in front of me was a Lexus LX 570 thing.
The old Star Spangled Banner.
Enormous.
Yeah,
Behind me,
big boys.
X7.
Yeah,
I'm like, I feel inadequate.
yeah, absolutely.
I feel like a turtle coming out of its shell right now. Like these cars are just fucking huge.
Fucking big. Yeah,
I
but
couldn't see anything in front of me. I couldn't see anything behind me.
gas is cheap, baby girl. That's how we
Yeah.
get excursions.
Yeah, it was interesting to be wedged in between two behemoths like that. It's,
Hey,
Large gentleman.
Everybody's
Yeah.
been there.
yeah, there was
We've
Mr.
all been there.
Mr. Wood in front of me, Mr. Wood behind me.
I got a question.
Yeah,
You guys know where young Ben is?
where is he?
I think he might have been Canada. There's a Canadian C63 AMG driver was clock going
Oh.
191 miles an hour.
Bravo. That's effort.
19-year-old male. No comment yet from young Ben.
Yeah.
The officer who, the
Mountie?
the Mountie who pulled him over, the like top dog officer said, "This is the fastest speed I've ever heard of." Didn't know it could even happen. The car was impounded and he lost his license for a week. This is Canada. And the car's impounded for a week, but he's got to go to court. He could get up to 10 years in jail and 2 years license suspension.
Wow.
He almost definitely has a $10,000 fine. And it was his dad's car.
You know, I just applaud you have to stay in it for so long to climb to 191. Like it's not
That's serious business.
It's not an instant speed. Yeah, you can get to
No.
120, 130, 140 pretty quick, but to climb
191 is you were like absolutely fucking. You've been murdering this thing for a mile plus.
Yeah, and
Just
you've
and
gotta
there are
be
other people
in
on the
it.
road. So the guy who pulled him over sent the sergeant a picture, and he said he thought it was a joke, and he said he's obviously sitting at the end of an airport watching jets take off. And then he found out it wasn't.
So he clocked him like he has an
He
icon
clocked him
radar.
191. It was like
Holy
306 kph.
Yeah.
And like the sergeant from that police force like made a video. It was just like, this is.
Yeah, can't do this.
I mean, these Canadians was polite and nice about it, but not nice. And it was like, this is wildly fucking unacceptable. Like, I thought it was a joke. It was so fast.
You got to be kidding me, eh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, 10,000
fast.
Canadian. So that is $7.
Yeah.
$7 US.
$7 USD.
But the 10 years in jail, same amount of time. I don't think he's going to get it, but I mean,
A first offense. Well, we're gonna.
he had another 19-year-old in the car, so I know exactly how that conversation went because I've had it with Corey, with Josh. Hey, let's see how fast this thing goes.
Yeah, we've all been there.
But no, I haven't gotten clocked, and I
No.
definitely wasn't going 191.
I mean, you got to be you got to be pretty confident of the road you're on.
I'd never in a million years would I fuck with a speed like that on a public roadway.
Right. That's just.
I don't even think I'd have the cojones to fuck with a speed like that on like a closed.
You won't have a place to fucking speed like that on a
on,
racetrack.
no, yeah,
Oh, no, we would
on
need
like
a
a runway or something like that.
Airport
Like,
runway.
even then,
yeah, 100%. I'm in.
even then, man, you got to be at some point. You'd be like, I'm just not. This is not for me.
Imagine what a proud father, though.
I listen.
I'd like to be part. I'd like to just hear that conversation.
I've had some pretty gnarly tickets, and it never ended with a proud father.
No,
so.
191 is that's a lot of time in quarantine, boys.
Yeah.
So I think it's Ben. I haven't talked to him yet, but it sounds correct.
He's certainly.
It might have
trouble.
been. It might have been young Ben Chen though.
Yeah.
The other young Ben.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. I saw that come up. I was like, oh, I got to talk about this because 191 miles an hour is serious business, and it had to be tuned because they top out at 160.
Had to be tuned. Yeah.
So you never let your kid drive your tuned monster V8 twin turbo.
Tuned anything. You give them a Geo Metro.
Geo Metro, baby.
Send them off in that 3-cylinder.
Corolla.
And that be that.
Anything of the sort.
Virgil, my boy did 213 in his F10 M5. I hope you were listening earlier. He should probably get that F10 M5
Yeah.
checked.
On what road? Like, never mind.
Virgil, we talked about the car before. It must have been tuned, right? I mean, 215 is heavy.
That's
I
a
believe
heavy
it could
number.
do it,
That's
but
a heavy number.
that's really heavy. I mean, breaking
And
two is crazy.
Where that, we
Well,
know
Virgil's in New Hampshire,
I was
so I
gonna
mean,
say,
anywhere.
we know where he is, but I mean, not really many flat straights there.
I can think of a place in Vermont you could do 200 miles an hour. Right before Burlington, that like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got my Subaru back in the day up to that before it was
215?
No, not 215, but I definitely hit the end of the speed, the old speedo, but I think it was 140
Yeah.
in Mexico,
Yeah.
deep Mexico.
Mexico.
Actually, it was so long ago. It was how many years they got on that? Yeah, it was Vermont. Suck it. I was 16. Look at me now.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I'm way older than that.
speaking of lingering tickets, any word from the Italians?
No.
I don't know if that's a poorly timed joke or what. No, there's no word from the Italians
Okay.
at all.
Okay, just
No.
just figured it out.
No. My lawyer says it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We get some chat room people saying, Connor says anything goes wrong at that speed, you're dead. Yes. Padva did 179 on CPR.
So that's the. I mean,
Bikes,
different.
that's easy.
Yeah.
Just hit,
so
there you
right.
go.
That's I've been 17s on a CBR 900RR,
Yeah.
and again, that's like very stupid.
You said 17?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Well, that's like last. Yeah, well,
This guy's going 19
I know that's
He's
in his
going,
dad's car.
he's going
that's the
two
thing.
more.
That's the thing. Like 17 and change on a bike. Well,
Yeah, you just get there.
I-
Hey, here
I-
we are, 17.
arrivederci if something goes wrong.
Oh,
I
my
guess
God.
I guess the thing to hold on to there is that there will be nothing.
Right,
If
right.
anything
So-
goes wrong.
I think 19, even in a Benz, if you crash, you're dead.
You know what? That's a
You're
very good
dead.
point. Yeah,
You're 200 miles an hour.
regardless of how enclosed you are, right? You turn into a fucking crushed can.
I mean, you're just dead.
It turns into a crushed can.
Yeah.
I mean, race
that's-
cars aren't crashing at 200 most of the time. You're going 200 in a fucking passenger car.
Right,
You have
right.
no safety equipment on.
Yeah.
I mean, Mercedes makes a beautiful vehicle, very safe vehicle. but most likely you're going to hit something stationary. I don't care what the fuck you're driving.
And my thing is, at that speed, the main thing that can go wrong, well, is
Everything.
a lot of things
Tires
can go
failing?
wrong.
Yeah.
But an animal runs out in front of you, you react. Okay, that's one thing. That's probably going to end up in fucking.
I think short of a moose, an animal runs out in front of you, you hold steady and just fucking, atomize it.
Right. Just turn it into a.
It would
puff.
turn into a fucking a misty
Mist.
paste.
That's the.
I mean, it might destroy your car, but fuck.
Right. Yeah. Suddenly you're no longer doing 191. Worst case scenario, you hit somebody like that you can't see.
A car?
Right.
Or the kid doing the rat pose on the red bridge.
Dude.
My God.
Yeah, I don't. That's
I
just,
can't even. And the other one is,
And I was doing 60, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, whatever you hit's you're gonna have to mop it off.
Yeah.
one thing you have to just worry about in general is people freaking out, seeing you kind of coming up on them rather quick. In this case, would be something completely
At
different.
200, you look in your rear view and nobody's there, and then you pull into the lane and get hit.
And that's exactly the thing. That's exactly
covering
my
so
thought.
much
Is
ground.
just somebody fucking swerving over, going left or right or whatever it might be, and then suddenly, again, a Ribaderci.
Yeah.
So we are not promoting going 200.
Correct.
then.
No,
Do
no.
not
I think
do
that
that.
whole
Yeah,
thing
do not
is.
do that.
I think the whole thing we're saying here is not to do
It's
that.
very
Yeah.
irresponsible.
You might want to keep it below 200 miles an hour.
Well below that.
Yeah. Holy shit. That's not much good can come of that.
No, God, no, Jesus. Let's see.
Isgro makes a point that's why accidents on the Autobahn are bad, because I remember there was a motoring journalist who was in a tuned R8 who got in an accident, an unlimited Autobahn. I forget what happened, but they weren't going 190, but they were going 100 plus, and like they got out alive.
Yeah.
The car was fucking gone. There were broken legs involved. Like,
Yep.
if I find the story, I'll link it up somehow. But it was, and this car was built to go very, very fast. And that
I'd love to speak to somebody in the safety industry because I assume, but I don't know by any means, there's got to be a certain mile per hour or number where safety precautions are thrown out the window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, this crash impact, this is all good. You have to think relatively speaking, I can handle 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour. All right, 100 miles an hour, you're kind of okay. But is there, 120? Well, yeah, you're good luck to you if you make it.
On the heels of crash testing, who saw the Jeep video?
I didn't.
there's a Jeep video.
There's a Jeep video.
What's there's a bit of an argument, right?
I don't know what the argument is. I just know what I saw.
You saw a Jeep video.
I saw a Jeep video.
There it is.
There
We
you
got
go.
the
That's
beers. Josh is on beer.
Oh my God, it's an IPA and I can smell
Hoppy?
I can smell the hops.
Josh is on beer.
So the new Jeep Wrangler Unlimited was subjected to the IIHS small overlap 40 mile per hour crash, which is like not full middle of the car. It's like the full quarter of the car.
Mm-hmm.
At 40 miles an hour, it hit this thing and like immediately was like up on two wheels. Like, we're like
It cleared the obstacle.
yeah. It's not good. I don't know why is this vehicle so popular? You know, like
Right, because they
And that's a
ride-
Jeep. That's a.
Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.
Oh yeah. Okay.
my understanding is
So what's above that? I mean, the Rubicon version of it, really?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't want to be in an accident with one of those things. I think my opinion is Jeep just makes total trash vehicles. Sorry.
Everyone I know that's ever had a Jeep, at one point I'm like, maybe we'll get a Jeep. And immediately anybody I knew that had one or experienced with one are like, don't fucking buy a Jeep.
I know
it's
if
the
you're-
worst fucking thing ever.
If you're doing a Rubicon for rough road, great.
Right. It serves its purpose for that.
I've driven Rubicons on the road. Even the most modern ones, older ones, they're not great on the road.
yeah. That's the
And Cherokees are just absolute shit piles. I don't care what. No one can ever convince me that they're not. My brother spent 6 months trying to get one aligned.
So it's important to know that IIHS has never seen this happen before. This has never ever happened before. So as long as they've been testing vehicles, that's not something that's happened.
so that's not a record you want to be setting.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, they've tested some pretty shitty vehicles over the course of their
history
establishment. Yes. And it's just not, I mean, I don't know.
I'm bringing it up right now.
It's on Motor One. I mean, that's the end result.
Is it silver
oh my
one?
God.
Yeah.
Oh my, it flips over?
Yeah.
At 40 miles an hour.
At 40 miles an hour.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, we need to.
At 40 miles an hour, the dummy's legs don't exist anymore.
wow.
Like,
I mean,
if you drop in the Motor One link or just some
no,
photos in
I'm
there.
just gonna bring it up on the
Yeah.
Jeep crash. It comes right out. Ooh, new skate line video out for those of y'all listening. All right, let me pause this because this comes at you fast. Okay, for the people, the benefit of the people in the chat room, and I will tell you what happens. The chat room is going to be kind of little, but whatever. You'll get used to it. Ready? Silver Jeep blasting at this thing about the left quarter of it hits, and it hits a wall and immediately flips over on its side and bashes into the barriers all the way right. It is. I mean, I'd imagine the driver's dead. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The fucking thing, like, yeah, the Jeep just like,
it basically crumbles to the driver's door.
it crumbles to the driver's door, but
And then
there's a top shot. I mean, yeah, it just, I don't know what makes it go up in the air. I think it's the spring blowing off the strut, like when I take a spring off and just on the garage
It's
floor.
under that much tension.
it's the, yeah.
Oh,
it's
there's an inside view? Oh, no.
I didn't see the inside. Yeah.
All right, I'm looking at the driver. Here we go. Old pink face catches an airbag. Oh, that's his neck's dead. Oh, he's wobbling around a little bit. He is seeing the side.
Goodness, that
Cup
interior.
holder's about to hit him in the fucking head. Oh, wow.
That dummy's neck is stretched about 7 inches further than it started.
Yeah, that is, a front view. I mean, there's a lot of damage to that Jeep. I don't know what causes it to flip. Just the fact that it's poorly engineered. Oh, it's because the opposing wheel literally steers full sideways. It looks like it's got a Weissfab kit on it.
Full sideways. And yeah, everything just breaks
It
off.
goes full sideways and it just trips over its wheel. Oh, yeah, get that Weissfab angle kit. Yeah, engine looks like it's fine. That's a nice parts vehicle.
I was
Whoa.
just taking a minute to kind of figure this out. At 191 miles an hour, you travel 280 feet per second.
There you go.
So you travel essentially a football field in
A second and a half.
yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Wow, that Jeep video is crazy. If you put a Jeep tick on it, he'd be fine.
Hold on. So that was 280 feet per second.
280 feet per
Oh,
second.
280? Oh, so you're
280
trying to football field a second.
A second
Wow.
at 191 miles an hour.
That's pretty serious, boy.
Yeah.
Just for reference, a bullet travels 2,500 feet per second.
So you're traveling 10th the speed of
A tenth the speed of a bullet.
So for you to shoot the moose that jumps out in front of you, you still wouldn't catch the bullet.
Correct.
I guess you could say I guess you could say he was only driving at 1/10. You know.
Exactly.
Like, listen,
He had a lot left in the barrel.
There's much more to
you're
go.
only going 1/10, officer.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I was just curious about that. It just came to me. But yeah, that Jeep video was astonishing because that is a new vehicle that they will sell the absolute shit out of, no matter what. That
Yeah.
video could come out, could be on every single news station, every single Facebook account, every single Instagram account, and people will still buy the fucking Jeep. I don't get it.
If you're going to crash your Wrangler, go head on.
Head on,
Don't go off the side. Go
Yeah.
head on.
Right.
I'm going to pee.
steer it right into it.
My new tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right into it.
Don't do anything without me. I got YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, we won't move on. I just gotta bring some. We got the woman from the Tomorrow Fund. I saw put a little something up on the Facebook
Yes. If
as
you
a
go
little
to
thank you.
Facebook and the Tomorrow Fund, they posted just about the podcast-a-thon and everything we did involving that. And when I sent her, basically we had a conversation that I followed up with an email, and I just said, hey, really it's not about myself, Chuck, Corey. It's really about the community that made this happen. So make sure you word this in a way so everybody's involved. So the piece they wrote was very nice. I was stoked because I sent the check, I think it was last week.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And I hadn't heard anything. So I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hope that check gets there. So clearly it did. And we just can't reiterate enough how good it was to make that all happen and truly we just showed up. We showed up and we had fun for a little while. Well, 7 hours, and
whatever.
And everybody else made it happen. So we can't thank everybody enough. And we will figure something out to do it again someday.
Yeah, it was really cool. I just it was nice seeing them post about it because this way I know they got it. They know it's a real thing. They know no one's,
Right. That's and that was my thing is like, I want to make sure the check gets there because I just talked to this lady and said what we were doing. I didn't want to, like, what? I get this crank call. Who the hell? That's obviously not what we wanted to even come across as doing. So I was psyched to see that they got it. She sent me another email yesterday, basically just saying the same thing and that she looked forward to meeting us in person and coming to check out the clinic someday.
Yeah, can't wait.
So that'll be
awesome.
Cool. We'll have to get in touch with them once things, progress back to
Once they pan out.
normal living to a certain extent.
What else do we got? You said you got some super news?
It's part of my video segment.
Josh, you got any other news?
No news directly. I do have a video though.
I had this weird, quick little thing, something about the GTI TCR
I
between
seen that, too.
2021.
Yeah.
I couldn't see if it's coming to the US. If it's not, it doesn't really matter. But it's going to be the in-betweener between the regular GTI and the Golf R.
It's gonna be a consumer car called the TCR.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I think maybe it'd bring a little light to the series that they're no longer funding.
Right.
So, interesting, maybe. Or
So they're not funding TCR, but they're making a car called TCR.
Yes. Maybe that makes sense.
Is it going to be for people who want to enter TCR?
No.
No, it's not a full TCR. Yeah.
Think
it's
of
not,
kind of like it's.
So it's not a Golf R, and it's better than a GTI, and it's worse than a Golf R.
All right, so Mini Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper S.
Yep.
Turbo. John Cooper Works. Turbo, a little beefy.
Yeah.
GP, full
beef.
full send.
full send.
Yeah, but I think that the delta's big between a Cooper S and a
It is.
John Cooper Works.
This is supposed to fill the horsepower gap as well as the money gap between the two of them. But I can't see if
what's
it's
the
coming to
money
the
gap?
US.
What's a
Money gap's
what's-
about, let's see, new GTI would probably be 27, 28.
Oh, so there is a big gap.
Yeah,
What
it's
are
about
the-
Because what's a new
$10,000
R?
yeah, it's
gap.
$10,000. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so and about 50 horsepower gap between the two.
All-wheel drive.
Still front wheel.
Oh, that's cool.
Still front wheel. Supposed to be a little more beefy transmission.
You know what
beefier
this
clutch.
means? They're going to jack up the price of the R.
Yeah, probably to raise the gap because $5,000. When you go in the dealership, you think about it. I'm gonna stretch out $5,000 for 72 months.
$100 a month.
Yeah,
Not even.
yeah. But I mean, it may not even be relevant because I couldn't figure out if it's
Does
coming
this
to the
mean they're
US.
putting the 5 in the R?
No, the Audi said no.
Yeah, Audi.
Yeah,
Audi
Audi can
said-
say what they want.
think-
Volkswagen's a parent company.
But I think Audi.
No, I know
developed
that-
it.
I know
Yeah,
they
yeah.
won't.
I'm saying, I don't.
If they put all I'm saying is they put the 5 in the thing, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I hear you. Loud and clear. Yeah, like it
If
just,
they made the fucking RS3 a hatch, I'll buy it.
yeah.
TTRS. Would you buy that?
I don't know
was
a
it-
hair salon, buddy.
No, but at the same time, like, how is it? That's
No,
not
it's too
usable.
small. I
Yeah,
can't
it's too
use it.
usable for you.
Right.
I would buy
just
I would buy a TTRs as a play car, but they're so expensive you can't buy it as a play car.
absurd. Right.
But if they made so what's an RS5 an RS3 60 grand
50?
50
no,
some-
50,
I-
55.
High
55
50s,
grand
yeah.
I'd pay that for that in a hatch,
Yeah.
and I'd pay that for a GTI with a all-wheel drive and an Audi 5 banger in it.
Yeah. A hatch would be pretty cool. I think the hatch would be really cool.
That would be a hell of a.
Yeah, just give me a goddamn
But
hatch.
maybe because they're pulling the plug on the whole TCR thing and they're trying to go in the E direction with the development stuff they're pulling out of the IDR, maybe they figured they make the TCR branding thing now.
Yeah, I just hate the way the A3, S3, RS3 looks. I hate it. I think it looks terrible. If you hatch it, I love it. I've seen them in Europe.
Yeah.
They
Right.
look great. I just
Right.
don't. I think they look like old Audis. That's what they are. In the A3 style, and I think they look incredible in the hatch. It's the same with the BMW. I like the first 1 Series, but the current one, the M2 is cool, but they look so much better as hatches.
Yeah. I saw some hatches while I was over in Rome and I was like, ooh, this is for me.
Audi exclusive, who obviously knows
Yeah.
this. It's $56K for a base RS3. Most of them are 60 to 63. I'd pay it if it were a hatch.
Yeah. With the $40,000 money, if you're talking S3 Golf R, I mean, I'm going
That's
Golf
quite
R all day long.
That's quite a $60,000 hatch. Like that gets you into a realm of some serious cars.
But for $60K, I mean, you're getting a legendary 5-cylinder, a hatch. I mean, an incredible all-wheel drive system.
Right.
60K gets you in the most entry-level M3.
New, yeah.
Yeah, new. Right.
But I mean, it doesn't even. Yeah, there's nothing in the Mercedes realm. What are you gonna do? You're gonna GLA, AMG?
No,
something,
everything it'd have to be used.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there'd be anything.
But talking like new car apples to new car apples.
It would be equivalent to Supra.
Yeah.
Top end Supra, I think 59, right?
I mean, but
Something
you
like
you
that.
could throw the fam.
But you
and-
can't do
and-
anything with the Supra. With the
Yeah,
hatch, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's still right. That is seriously a muscle hatch.
It'd be like the GLA 60, the GLA AMGs.
Yeah.
Right.
Which they don't make a freaking hatch here in the States. They don't make the CLA AMG. They just make the GLA
On the
AMG.
CLA. Yeah.
The claw.
Oh, they do make the CLA, but it's not a hatch. And in Europe, it's a hatch. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
If you want a hatch AMG, you can get a GLA 60, not 63, a GLA whatever it is AMG.
45 or something. Yeah.
Which is cool, and it's exactly the price of what we're talking about. I just hate that it's an SUV. But if you look at any of the reviews when that GLA 60 whatever came out, that GLA AMG came out, the reviews are fucking insane. They're like, this thing's a goddamn Group B rally car
Yeah.
of a vehicle. Yeah.
Interesting.
No one bought them. Maybe they're cheap.
I don't know.
If
Anyway.
only. I like the idea of a muscle hatch.
Yeah.
Muscle
I'm empty.
You're empty.
I'm empty.
YouTube's.
YouTube's? What do we got?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have a YouTube? Yeah, we have a video sound.
You want a video sound?
Yeah, we need that video sound.
I think oh my God. It features me singing, I believe. Oh, I unplugged it. Hold on. God, that was a rookie move for our listeners. Time for a video.
There you go.
So bad.
I stumbled upon a video and I haven't finished watching it yet because it's 51 minutes long. And gentlemen, it is 51 minutes.
51 minutes long?
51 minutes.
51 minutes
Is it like a Braziers?
of intricate metal manipulating, leather cutting and stitching, painting.
Is it an icon video?
Lasers are involved. It's pure German porn.
Okay.
Not the stuff.
Not the Shizer?
Not the Shizer stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
At
but
what point in the
basically-
video do they shit on chest?
Yeah.
But basically, if you go onto the old YouTubes and search Porsche 911 Turbo S exclusive, there will be a video that pops up from DPC Cars. And this is basically one of those manufacturing videos where you go inside the factory. Zero music, zero talk over, just pure ambient noise. And this particular model is that crazy one. I don't know how many are made, but this is that crazy gold one. So it's even more.
Oh, that was like the China market one?
Yeah.
The
it's
Year of the
just
Dragon
this
edition?
absurd thing, right? So it covers literally everything. There's so many good aspects to it. And like I said, I didn't even finish it. I'm only like 20 minutes in.
I mean, 51 minutes, that's a commitment.
It really is. It's like, an episode of Game of Thrones.
Episode of Last Dance.
It's exactly. So one part was the wheels are
Oh, I hate the wheels on that car.
given a base coat of gold. I'm sure they actually use fucking
Gold.
10 gold
yeah.
bars on these things. They're given a base coat of gold and then sprayed in a gray finish. Now, the wheel is then moved over to this laser deal that an operator uses it. And I want to say it's like a picture like a 5-spoke, but dual. So they're just, not one single spoke, but it's dual, whatever the way the wheel layout you want to call is. So the laser finds where the wheel is sitting and then matches the spoke layout. And then that laser somehow takes off the gray paint and unveils just the gold paint underneath. And it's a fucking process. It's like 5 minutes of just that. And it's just like, oh, that's cool. Okay. And then the same thing with the stamping of the gold exclusive emblem and just everything gets covered. They show the painting of the hood, the laying of the carbon fiber, the cutting of the leather for the door cards, the sewing of the leather, all that sort of stuff. It's just an awesome video. Definitely one of the isolation videos to kill an hour.
I've been a big fan of some of these videos you've talked about that are kind of just like the manufacturing plant where there's nothing. It's just
no
like
noise, no
of,
talking, just ambient noise.
Yeah, big fan of that.
That's the play.
What do you got over there for videos?
Well, boys, I got some videos. All right. Let's go to my super news, which is a video. Car and Driver did a 2021 Super Dyno test.
Yep.
They brought their long-term 2020 to the same dyno, so ran them on the same day. So despite they compared to each other on the same day, same dyno. So it's different horsepower-wise. So the 2020 ran 346 horsepower at the wheels.
At the wheels.
The wheels, which is very serious.
I mean, it's a good amount of power for a little car like that. I'd
2021, which cost almost exactly the same, ran 388 horsepower at the wheels.
Wow.
42 extra horsepower. Good to note.
Price increase or no?
A little one.
Okay.
That the 2021 has the B58D, and the 2020 was a B58C.
Oh.
What other upgrades are we talking here? Is
We're
it just like an
talking
engine remap or?
Dual branch exhaust manifold with 6 ports instead of 2. New pistons that drop compression from 11-to-1 to 10.2 to 1.
Wow, that exhaust manifold was a big deal, and they already ditched it.
Yeah, this one's better.
It was a big to do because they would just come in 2 ports out the back right into the turbo.
Right.
Interesting. Because I remember talking about that.
That's going to be a thing now. If
Yeah.
anybody's got 2020, they're going to want to switch that manifold, I'm sure.
Yeah, we knew they were coming with more horsepower, and they're listed as having more horsepower. Not that much more horsepower, but
right. Wow.
So, and they said
Interesting.
BMW built the B58 to be modular, so they can do little upgrades like that.
Yeah.
Over time, they're already at D.
So it's one that's going to just be over the lifespan of it. They might get to ZZ.
Well, as TD's mentioned, the D's always better.
The D is always better.
But I guess there are already a bunch of variations of this motor, more than just ABCD. So I don't know. Interesting though. It's a bummer if you bought one. You got one sitting. That's a problem. If there's some super sitting on the lot right now, you'd be like, I'm gonna hold out for the D.
Or hold out for
I'm gonna wait for the D.
Or the super. That's supposedly coming out.
Super.
The super.
Yeah, or do you try and play your cards and score a pretty good deal on one?
I was going to say, get a 2020 for like 35 grand.
But it's not like you can just tune it.
Yeah.
Because there is differences. You can tune it and make way more horsepower than that, obviously. But what do we learn about tuning our dailies? Don't fucking do it.
Yeah. I mean, if you super to daily, hats off to you.
Hats off to you.
Yeah.
My head is off to you.
That's another thing too. Tuning such a new car.
Yeah, man.
Just diving right in.
If you're just a baller and you're ready to take it on the chin, do it.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
go.
I bet the motor's not 40 grand on a Supra, you know?
Yeah, that's true. What else do we have for the tubes?
I had a Tyrell video I didn't get to watch, so I'll report back.
Oh, I watched that one.
All right. Tell me about it. What do we got?
That's the one. What the hell car is he trying? Yeah, the Fiat Dino, which I didn't know was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool car wash video.
Okay. We'll check it out.
It's Ferrari needed more places to use this engine, so they put their V8 in the front of a Fiat and called it the Fiat Dino.
Yep.
And he's just like he has a connection with the car. He had one when he was younger. He like spent a bunch of money on it. It was driving around beautiful summers. Just loves it. Sounds cool. He did a custom exhaust on it. So Ian over there he's a tinkerer.
Yeah.
He played with it and it sounded awesome. So as I said, it was really, really cool video. So, and then Harry did one of the car market, which is, I wasn't into it. I got 10 minutes in. I was like, nope. And I love everything Harry does.
I had it playing in the background and I noticed I just zoned out and just stopped listening to it. So like it got to the end of the video. I was like, I didn't hear a fucking word that guy said. It just was kind of, what's funny is I like a lot of his videos because they're very dry, but this was like,
I get what he was saying, and I got into it enough, and then he was like, "Oh, no, I'm going to get a real," and I was like, "Listen, Harry, I got to go. Yeah. I'm on the treadmill. I got 40 minutes left. I got to get out of here."
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
So,
my video content was primarily UFC from the past week. So,
how do you like that?
Oh, I was fucking ecstatic. I was just pulling my hair out, so fucking stressful, as if I'm the one in the cage fighting.
Not necessarily the fights, but the experience. How was the overall experience with?
Big fan of it. Okay. Being able to hear, we're going to get way off topic, being able to hear the contact being made, being able to hear like actual, like this person's winded, they're heavy breathing,
Yep.
being able to hear corners to corner,
Whole nother element.
a whole nother element. I mean, at one point, Daniel Cormier, one of the announcers, is just world-class wrestler, gold medal, Olympic wrestler, gold medal, Olympic medal.
He's got a medal.
Yeah, he's got a medal. He was like, this guy's really got to go in for X, Y, and Z. And then like 15 seconds later, guy shoots in for it and like, it works right away.
Yep.
And then he says to his corner, he's like, yeah, well, I heard Daniel say it. So he's like, oh shit, like they can hear us. I really enjoyed it. I mean, granted, yeah, there's something great about the fans, right. But it was a whole nother element.
It didn't take away from the fans not being there. Didn't take away from the
nothing.
fight.
Nothing.
Okay, good.
I imagine a lot of the casuals that may have like watched it, they're kind of there to watch it more for the other experience. But if you were really into fighting and really into kind of such an incredible fight card,
damn pure as
there's nothing better than this. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. Things like that. NASCAR again coming back. I think it's this weekend.
I think so.
Where it's coming back where there's going to be no fans. Obviously you can't really hear fans that much anyway during NASCAR events, but it's just going to be very interesting to watch. I might tune in just for the spectacle.
Fighters like grappling on the ground, talking shit to each other.
That's
like
cool.
fully audible.
Yep.
Listen to the whole thing.
Yep.
I know like they made like Joe Rogan and Anik and Daniel Cormier sit apart from each other, which is really silly because everyone in the building has been tested.
Yeah.
But then I guess Joe Rogan threw a hissy fit over not being able to interview people in the cage. So they finally let him do that. So big fan. But that was pretty much all my media content was solely UFC for the past week.
Nice.
And it will be tonight when I leave here. So
my guy.
Big fight.
Isgro mentioned that is Ian Tyrrell's car now.
Oh, it actually is.
Yeah. So that's why he was getting nasty with it. So that's excellent.
He's getting real handsy.
Yeah, Isgro was into it. He was also not into the Harry's video, which was strange for me as well. I watched the Hoonigan's Knuckle Buster video as far as they got on that diesel car.
Yeah.
Really cool still. We're getting to it.
Okay.
But that wasn't the big Hoonigan thing that happened this weekend.
No.
Because Gail Banks of Banks Power watched their dyno video and reacted to it.
Oh, he reacted.
And I'm not one for a reaction video. And full disclosure, I listened to the first couple minutes of it, and I was like, "Fuck this is dumb." And then I was on the treadmill today where I do all my research, and I was like, "I'm going to watch this because I want to talk about it."
Yeah.
So if you don't know Gail Banks, he's just a legend.
Yes.
Yeah. He's enormous.
Banks Power. He does tons of diesel shit. And he makes crazy stuff. He really does. He's been in it forever. He's an older guy. He does this Hoonigan response video. Now, what it is to note is when this video first got released, there was nothing really about it. It does say in the description of the video that they reached out to Hoonigan. They think Dan's a great mechanic. They just don't know anything about diesel. And they think that the people that were advising them, that's air quotes, kind of misled them. Mm-hmm. So to watch the video with that in mind isn't as bad. Because when I first saw it, I was just like, this is just dumb.
That was
it was like old man yells at cloud.
Right, exactly. Knowing that, now that you said that.
Knowing that, to see what he says is interesting because he really knows. And he's like, if you bring this car here, I'll help you for free.
Yeah.
Just bring it here and I'll fix it.
So that's the part that isn't portrayed in the video, at least when I watched it, because I took away like, all right, yeah, obviously this dude knows his shit. And matter of fact, he just taught me something watching this 8 or 10 minute video of said diesels and going through the process of what they're looking for, what they were doing wrong or what they weren't noticing, et cetera, et cetera. I took that away, like the technical aspect of it, which was great. But then like Chuck just said is, old man shake fist.
Yeah.
That's kind of at the same time what I get. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's just coming across like, you're getting mad at somebody for not knowing. Yeah, they blatantly say they're figuring this stuff out as they go along. So like, don't get pissed off. Just kind of let them work through it. But knowing that now, like, all right, they reached out and they're going to work with them or something along those lines.
Yeah,
that's a little bit better.
It's like anything if you take it out of context. If you just watch the dyno video, like, yeah, the wrong intercoolers on it. The episode before they had Batim from BBI come out. And he was like, that intercooler is never going to work. So they repositioned it. Obviously, it wasn't great to have the wrong one on the car for the dyno session, but it wasn't built yet. So, no one can say, but Tim's not an expert because he's fielded fucking Pikes Peak cars and won.
Yeah, by definition, he is in fact an expert.
He's very much an expert. No, maybe not on diesel, but on motors. So, yes, as I said, the fact that they mention it, and if Gale Banks is watching this in a vacuum, he's going to be like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
But all the other videos are like, we're not pros at this. We know this is wrong. So he was commenting on stuff that they were going to fix. Like, he's like, why is there so much smoke in the dyno room? Which isn't great. But there's fucking boost leaks all over the place on that thing.
Yeah.
Just blasting exhaust fumes out in the room. Although the dyno setup was fucked. Like, it's like someone was like, you use our dyno room. Maybe they don't know anything about diesel. So it was... Yeah. It was interesting.
And that's the, I think, shouts to Garrett. Garrett and I chatted about this for a little while via DM, and he was basically saying like, oh, I think Banks is kind of more mad at the guys that are trying to help the Hoonigan guys because they should know better for some of this stuff.
Dan from Hoonigan's no joke. Watch the other videos. I mean, this guy's...
Right.
That guy fucks.
Right. But then again, it's just a different medium, if you will. It's my understanding is diesel is just a completely different ball game for certain things.
So, in order to be fair, I then watched some of Banks's videos.
Yeah.
And his videos are insanely intricate. This is Corey levels of like mathematics. And I mean, so he's using the same diesel engine they're using with a different turbo. And now they have Edelbrock heads. They have everything. He just puts a turbo on it, single. They're doing compound. He makes 912 horsepower and 1,300 foot-pounds of torque with that setup.
Yeah.
Untouched.
Yeah.
And he gets through. He has like his dyno room, fucking ridiculous. Like you put the whole exhaust on the car, and then it goes to a chimney that opens up to 10 inches to the roof.
Yeah.
So it works to like vacuum it out. So it's like not having exhaust on it.
I mean, he's been building that
his whole life.
Yeah.
Right.
That is his life. Yeah.
He's like, we're going to dyno room too. And it's just like, it's literally the whole setup without the car.
Gale Banks is a very interesting man, and he's very technical, dry at times. But I think, as Josh said, sometimes things come off a little bit of like, okay, boomer.
Exactly. That's exactly what I took away. Is like, why is this guy mad? So, so mad. I get it.
I'd like to see like a little collab.
That's exactly.
And I think that might happen because Dan's in at the end of the last video they did. This is as far as we got. We're gonna go 200. We're gonna get this going. And as I said, Gale says in his video, "Hey, come down here free charge. I'll fix the thing."
Yeah.
But if you just look at his video where he's making this 900 plus horsepower diesel, the amount of sensors and data he has when he's doing this is fucking nuts. Like it was making like 870 or 880. And he's like, well, let's try a different intake setup. And he has multiple sensors down the exhaust system. So you know where the back pressure is building. I mean, it's nuts. So obviously he's at a totally different level than Hoonigan guys. I think he realized after he put the video out, he might've been like, they kind of went a little hard on those guys. Yeah. And they do say they're not diesel experts. They were just trying to do something different. They're doing a 5th gen Camaro, which is hilarious. And hopefully, when everybody comes out of this, they'll bring it down to the shop.
Yeah.
And get
I'd
Gale
love to
Banks
see
deal
like
with it.
a combo.
Just a perfect reason to collaborate.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of take away.
But it did, especially first, without that warning there at the bottom or the apology kind of at the bottom.
Yeah.
It really came up as like, this guy's just been doing it his whole life and he's just being a fucking asshole.
Right. It was get off
Seriously.
my lawn.
I was like, this guy's being a fucking asshole. Like, just, it's funny because I'll see stuff on Instagram that's wrong sometimes, and people show like their setups with their cars. And if I know them enough, I'll be like, through DM, I'll be like, hey man, like that catch can's backwards, or hey, this isn't right. And like, but the world loves being like, oh, that's so fucking dumb.
I gotcha.
Nitpicky. Right. I forgot who. Maybe it was Jimmy Oakes. I can't remember who. Came up recently, said, anything you want to try to show that's technical or show a how-to or something like that, the amount of people who are going to respond just to say that you're wrong, you did this wrong, it almost instantly it's going to,
I mean, everyone hunts for that gotcha moment. Like,
right,
yeah.
right.
And like they say in the chat room, no press is bad press from Isgro. Puffa said all that work and the Canadian kid went almost as fast, hardly prep. God bless him. But yeah, everybody's looking for that gotcha moment, and I'm sure Gale Banks' channel is busy.
Yeah.
It's nowhere close to Hoonigan's.
No, it's never going to be. It's a totally different market as well.
But it got me to watch it.
Right.
And I'm certainly interested in it. It's definitely quite a bit drier.
I was going to have to say.
He even says that. He's like, my videos aren't as good as theirs, but
yeah.
Depends what you're looking for.
I've never watched, short of that video, I've never watched a Gale Banks
I watched
video.
a video of him explaining how fluid and a rear differential works.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 18 minutes long and included clear differential covers in multiple different fluids and viscosities. So
Mesmerizing.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, his technical videos are
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
They really are.
And I can see the purpose. Like if you want to sink your teeth into it, yeah, absolutely.
But you're not going to see like 16-year-olds with Banks Power stickers on their Focuses. You know what I mean?
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. Maybe
Let
he hit it
Hooligan go
now.
down there. Yeah. That's
But it is a really, to make this shitty video something that's good for the whole industry would be them to get with Banks, and then he'll be like, "You guys want to go 250 miles an hour?" Like,
right.
because that's what's going to happen.
It'd be cool.
'Cause he's like, "We did it in a truck in 1953."
Right. With no seatbelts. Do we have any more?
I'd like to see Gail Banks respond to the guy drilling holes in his Porsche. That'd be my kind of video.
Yeah.
I bet that thing's more structurally sound than that Wrangler.
Oh my god! I'd like to see that test with that thing. Oh my god! It'd just be paper mache.
Yeah, just like, have you ever put aluminum foil in your hand and crushed it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
regularly.
exactly what would happen. Do you boys want to skip our main topic?
I mean, I wouldn't be against it.
No,
Okay.
I'm not against it at all.
We're going to skip our main topic.
I didn't even mention what our main topic was. So
Yeah, I
we'll
don't
get
think-
back to it. We'll get a little more research in.
Yeah, I want to make sure we cover it properly. So I don't think I mentioned it at the beginning of the podcast, which is
No.
good. I hopefully I didn't.
No.
I got an interesting question
Yes.
that I was thinking of today when I was listening to Joe Rogan podcast.
Who are you listening to?
I was listening to Navy SEAL author.
Oh,
He's great, man. It's a really interesting listen. It was maybe a couple weeks ago. It is. Oh my God, when's it going to tell me? Jack Carr.
Jack Carr. Okay, I just finished up Chris D'Elia.
Yeah.
Very funny. And then I'm gonna dive in on Michael Yo because he is a.
I just started
He's a
that.
survivor.
Yeah.
He is a survivor.
Just
So,
started that, and it's heavy.
It's heavy.
It's-
Is it
we're-
really?
I'm only
I was
like-
I was hoping for heavy.
I'm only like 25 minutes in,
Good.
and I'm
Good.
just like,
I check that out.
That does not sound fun.
Yeah, no.
I don't know anything about his story.
He had the Rona.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. I'm
yeah.
in.
Early Rona. He got that New York Rona.
Yeah.
He walks you through how and when and how it sets in.
Let me hit that download button right now.
Yeah. He may want to get that.
I think everybody should know that it's also TD's birthday this Sunday.
Oh, shouts TD.
Shouts
So
TD.
shouts happy birthday. He wants to sing him happy birthday, which will not happen without a huge cash donation.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a real plump donation.
Yeah, but happy birthday, TD's. We love you. We wish we could be hanging out with you or you with us, but we'll make it happen, man. Get ready for Wolfsgard.
We'll celebrate your birthday at Wolfscar, hopefully.
So he's talking about living off the grid and stuff. And I'll tell you what, you sell all the cars, man, give it up and just live off the grid in Montana. Pff, I'm all about that shit.
That's fantastic.
I'd love to go to Montana.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm
little-
talking about just bail
nice,
on everything.
Nice ranch.
Yeah, it's a nice little
Nice ranch
500
out
acre
there.
ranch out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning nude. Just, you walk out to the
I mean, if that's your bag.
walk out to the deck
Yeah.
and stare at the animals in your yard.
Yeah, I'd be about that, man. I think I'd give up. I mean, obviously, I'd sell everything, get a Raptor and a ranch out there.
Right. Well, for that, I mean, I don't even care what car I'm driving. I just have side by sides and
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
That's a life, right? I could bail on this stuff for that. No
190
problem.
miles an hour and a side by side out
Yeah,
there
boom.
in the Montana
Let's see a moose
wilderness.
front on that.
Yeah, just fucking run right over that.
I think
thing.
so, man. This whole thing made me realize that's kind of who I want to be. I'll
It's just
phone in.
out there. Right. We can.
I'll phone in.
We have
man.
the technology.
They have solid internet out there.
Fuck it.
Before we, do you want to get into questions?
Yeah, I got one. I got a question that wouldn't fit in the thing from FF Metalworks.
Okay, perfect.
From FF Metalworks. Do you think auto reviews are actually important when purchasing a vehicle, or do you watch them for entertainment value? They're testing new cars, so reliability isn't something they can comment on.
Mine's purely entertainment.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, it's funny he says that because I was honestly thinking about that today. I watched something. I watched somebody's review on something, and all I could take away is like, wow, I really don't give a shit about that opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was, I just kind of was like, well, yeah, I want to form my own opinion and go from there. And sure, some tidbits, especially new cars that we don't have access to quite yet, learn some ins and outs and how something may work or whatever. But yeah, I'm kind of purely entertainment because obviously Lieberman, Harris, Clarkson, May, Hammond, that's what I tune into them for, is their personalities.
Yeah.
That's a better way to look at it, is personalities.
I don't think, obviously reliability can't be commented on, but there's a lot of stuff that's not reliability that I'll look at a review to look if I even want to go look at this car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you look at like an old Evo review and it's got like 1980s airplane seats in it, I'm probably not going to go look at that thing,
Speaking
you know?
of Evos, there's one on Bring a Trailer right now.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And I think there's a bunch of, if you find someone you like a Lieberman, and you've seen his reviews and then you go drive like a car that he likes, you're like, I'm into that. You can be like, I'm kind of aligned with, I know
His
what
thought process.
reviewers that like kind of the shit I like.
Right.
So it certainly plays into me looking at cars. It certainly does. Reliability, be damned if it's warranted. If not, I'm not going. I mean, I'll look at the reviews from how fast it was and shit.
And unfortunately, for me, probably not a good thing to do, but reliability is heavily associated with the manufacturer alone.
Yeah.
You kind of know what you're going to get when you're going in that direction.
Yeah, like if someone's reviewing fucking not a Tacoma, but yeah, a Tacoma or like a Tundra or like the 4Runner, like you're not really asking about reliability, are you? You know,
Right. That was that was
yeah,
one.
what amenities does it have? Does it have wireless charging?
Yeah.
Does it have
heads-up display? Yeah.
Does it have whatever auto? Is it intuitive to use the system? You know, but sometimes
Is it fun? Does it have a personality? Like the 4Runner we had, that thing was cool. That I previous to that, I'm like, all right, 4Runner.
Like, does this person look comfortable driving it? I also like it because they show, like, so all the press photos you get, right? So those are only showing what they want you to see
Right.
what they need you to see. I mean, when someone's filming a video, you can really kind of get the whole spectrum.
It's not only shoot my good side.
Yeah, it's not curated down.
it's interesting you brought up the Toyota we had, the 4Runner, because before that, like, I'd be like, yeah, it's a Toyota.
My
But after I
thoughts
drove it, I was
exactly.
like, I buy one of these things.
I fucking like that thing. I want
Yeah,
one.
it was cool.
Yeah, I would totally have one.
if I was looking for a truck,
Right.
that's kind of I'd probably look into that, man. If I was looking into that category of SUV thing,
Hypothetically, if we were to replace my wife's car, I'd like
Think about that, yeah.
I'd like to.
I think some of our listeners know what we're into. The single Toyota we drove,
Yeah.
so they'd be like, "Oh, maybe I should look at that." Those guys like it.
Yeah.
Reliability. I'm just guessing it's going to be great. But it was a good truck for not an unbelievable amount of money, not cheap either. But I mean, for the money, I thought it was a good truck.
It was good. And that's the thing, you kind of go into it like, okay, a review of a Toyota Camry. Well, that's going to heavily rely on the personality and the scenario of the vehicle, because that thing, you know,
What else is it to say?
it's not very soulful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll give anything a fair shake. I
Right.
won't like having to drive a Subaru.
Right. And I'm sure there's cars that we would hop into and be like, oh, that's fucking surprising.
Yeah.
The Stinger.
Stinger's a perfect example because it's one I really pushed on for a long time, and it wasn't until, I don't know, someone did that long-term review, and they were like, yeah, long-term reliability of this thing, not so great. Like, 2 recalls already. This
Right.
had to get replaced. This was leaking here. This is, the windows are noisy. Like, and that's stuff that if someone just gets to drive it for a half hour to write a little quick article about it, film a few clips, like, you're not really going to get that.
I was just going to say, what kind of, you're getting a snapshot in time
Yeah.
in a half hour thing versus a lot of realities.
Yeah, if I'm looking at something older, I love looking at the reviews for them, though.
Yeah.
Seriously, like if I'm
yeah.
looking at, like, even if I'm looking at something that's going to be a project or like even just a bullshit, like look at the old E39 M5 reviews and stuff. I know my wife's car is a couple years old, so I obviously looked that up in reviews and but it wasn't like I didn't need the video review. It was just like, let me see the specs on this thing, So obviously,
Solid question.
Because, specs, I mean, horsepower seems a lot more fair now, but back in the day, you'd get 300 Subaru horsepower versus 300 Toyota horsepower. Would be very different horsepower. One was real. So.
You good over there?
You right over there?
No.
What happened?
I'm trying to add Corey's salad to the bag here.
Oh, boy.
But it just says Caesar salad, so I might have to ixnay that.
Just
and
add
go for
Caesar salad and then type in comment. Add,
chicken Caesar salad.
there we go. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
With Caesar dressing. Sorry, everybody on the podcast, but
Yeah, don't worry about it.
just ordering shawarma real
They
quick.
know we
shawarma there.
eat dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out we eat dinner. But
Yeah.
anyways, I
Any
don't
other
know.
solid questions?
It's a really good question, and I think it can go either way. But I definitely not looking in for reliability. I will look at long term reports. Like, remember, we're tearing apart some fucking long term disaster. What was it? The
think it
Julia
it was a Julia, but I think we talked about the Stinger too because I brought that
Stinger
along.
as well.
the
Yeah,
Stinger was one, and definitely the for cheese.
Yeah.
The old Ford cheese.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a lot of Stevios on the road.
Seen one today.
How was she?
Did you really?
White one from the side. I'm like, oh, that's a bulky.
Was it the
SUV.
side because you were behind like a tow truck
It
or
was
something?
just, it was just on the side of the road. No, it's I happened to see one at a light today.
Nice.
That's about it.
Beautiful. Hey, this is the first Stevio sighting we've had in a while.
That's about the level of excitement it brings.
Yeah.
But, any good questions we can pull out of the chat over there, or Josh has got a bunch over here?
No. Chat's a shit show.
All right, as expected.
No, I'm just kidding. No. There's a lot of great comments and stuff, and I try to bring them in. We're having a little chat about how who said it? Out Exclusive said it. A lot of this thing's kind of like a shit show. You know, it creates fanboys or haters. That's what a lot of these
What's that?
internet review stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can kind of see it. I mean, here's the thing though, like, how do I want to put this? I want to put it as if you are loyal to a brand and you rep that brand, even if a bad review comes out for it, you find a way to negate that particular review. So it really creates more dick riders and kind of builds a wall kind of between brands, I should say, or brand loyalty sometimes, or it
Right.
can, I think it can.
It's similar, right? Because similar to fucking news outlets.
Oh God, yeah, that's,
You know what I
that's
mean?
what I
It's
was
just-
trying to kind of,
It's just that exact
weave my way through this.
That,
Yeah.
It just, unfortunately, that's what it does.
Yeah.
And you hope for straightforward news in the car segment I'm talking about in particular, and just that's why, for instance, I obviously everybody does, or a lot of people do gravitate towards Chris Harris because he's not afraid to pedal to certain manufacturers. He says if something's shit, it's shit. I mean, Rolls Royce, he's calling their cars the Cullinan, useless.
Yeah, well,
essentially.
to what Chuck said, you kind of you figure out what car reviewers that kind of speak in your language, and kind of putting out the quality content and the truth, and those are the kind of people you run with.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's plenty we've talked about, and they've written in an article about a car that we've heard the total opposite the whole way.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're like, what did
where'd
this
this
person
come from?
drive? Where did they drive?
There's some jalopnik folks. I'm just like, what the hell's going on?
Might be the end of that.
If you look at Teslarati, that terrible website, if they review anything else, you're just like, yeah, this is a fucking joke, you know? So like, there's an ass for every seat.
Yeah.
You kind of find your seat and go with that. Put your ass there.
Revival's seat is wide and open.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
We're ready to take you.
right down. We're going right down Main Street, and just we're hey,
The gates are open, people.
we're gonna say it as it happens.
I'm cranking in
Like
2020.
I legit like that Toyota 4Runner.
I was about that thing.
100%.
Maybe someday if we get to drive the Poopra,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think
how
I'm going to
that
be
goes.
about the goddamn pooper.
I know
I'm
you
afraid to drive a pooper.
I'm excited to drive one.
Yeah,
of
I'm
those.
very afraid.
But yeah, obviously we're BMW fans, and the M2
Maybe.
the M2 is great, but it was very boy wonder-ish. Or
The M2 comp? Yeah.
the
it's-
M2 comp was
Yeah, but you're
just-
buying a two-seater sports car.
it's a bit rough.
That's what I wanted,
It's-
yeah.
it's kind of it's very rambunctious, if you will.
Good word.
But yeah, we're gonna be straightforward. Storm was ordered, so we're good on that. So
All right, hang this thing up.
let's see. Question came in to us via DM.
Question.
Before we get to all the other ones, Dgrin 13.
D-Grin 13.
Dgrin, shows Dgrin. He just writes, "Hey guys, love the podcast. Found it about a month ago and have been working my way back through the episodes. I think I'm on episode number 78 as of today.
We're sorry.
Shouts to you, man. Thank you."
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
It just writes, question regarding a new to me daily. I have a 1993 Miata as a money pit / fun car.
Yeah, see, he gets it.
Yeah, that's a good money pit.
And currently have an 06 Scion XA with a failing transmission as my daily. I found several manual Mark IV TDIs for sale in my price range. Ideally under $3,000, could stretch to $5,000 for the perfect car, but really not willing to finance. Most have around 250,000 miles. At what point would you walk away?
I ditched that XA so fucking fast,
Right, that
and I would
thing
go
would be-
find me the first Honda Fit that fit my budget.
Honda Fit, Matt, I've seen a Honda Fit with, I don't know, 80 or 90,000. No, maybe 100,000 miles for $3,000 just
Fine.
the other day.
Yeah, I'd
the
say
first
the
fucking
hell
thing
out
I
of a
do.
Mark IV diesel.
Yeah, it's just
And that's
the diesel will continue to run forever.
Unless you're
the
Oh boy, young
The
Ben.
car around you will just melt away.
Right away. And
I don't know where he is either. So like, I don't know.
And I think you kind of have to be knowledgeable to the diesel
Yeah.
to not wind up going back and forth to somebody who is and paying, shilling out more money every
I would
couple.
I would go get a
Honda Fit's
Corolla.
a perfect.
I would
yeah.
go get a Corolla for fucking $3 or $4 grand. I would
think
go get a
Fits are
Honda
kind of
Fit.
fun, which is
I
nice.
like
Fit,
Rolls
there's
Royce Fit.
tons of room in a Honda Fit too. So like
Yeah.
if he's worried about some of the room he might be losing in the XA, it's definitely there in the Honda Fit.
for $3 grand, $4 grand, you can get yourself a nice Fit.
You can't go wrong.
Be reliable, plenty of room to maneuver.
So much more room to money to dump into the Miata.
Throw the fucking
Yeah, it ain't
throw the
gonna go in,
skis on the roof, go up to the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in on the Fit.
Yeah.
I
Solid
should
question.
have my phone because we have more there. Let's see. Let me pull these up.
I'm so partial to Honda Fits. I just love those fucking cars.
Makes a ton of sense.
All right. We got a bunch of them. So,
How do you feel about Mark IV's Honda Fit? Greatest response ever.
that's true. We actually
made a mistake.
just
Yeah.
fucking completely railroaded the Mark IV.
I mean, but to what we just said, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to go get it just because you want to get it.
Right.
I just don't think it's a great choice.
Yeah. Right. Now, as much as I love my Passat TDI, yes, I love that car, but it's
That
not
was a
something.
much newer vehicle.
It's not something I would want to pick up for.
Didn't Volkswagen have some kind of issue with their
Yeah. Plus
TDIs?
that one.
yeah.
Might be some history there. Tyler, say what?
So I said, what?
Where is the first restaurant you are going to after quarantine? Mike's Calzones
Mike's Calzones.
Yeah. It's
on a
not
Wednesday.
Mike's Calzones.
Shawarma, baby.
Probably like Figadini.
They do takeout and it's fucking unbelievable.
But there's something about it. There's something about
I
the
know.
sit down.
I know, but the
The
takeout,
watching.
I've never, obviously they never offer takeout for the pizza, but they
Yeah.
do now. And you have to it's crazy. You got to contact them via Instagram. Like there's no way to do it, but that's
weird.
excellent.
Yeah. I don't know. That's tough.
If I'm going to fancy dinner with a wife, Jesus, I don't know. I'm probably going to go. God, what do I miss?
It'd be so good to go back to Los Andes too.
Oh, Los Andes and Providence might be the play. I might go to Baccaro if I want Italian. Oh man, please, all you remain open. Ranzan.
Go visit Hardcore again at Al Forno.
Oh, Al Forno with Hardcore Oregon. I think that should be the group dinner once we get back. We should all go to
Get that
Al Forno.
corn pizza.
See
Yeah,
our boy
actually, speaking
Corrigan.
of Devil, he just had some work done by Joe Booth, Perfection Plastics.
He did. Yes.
Yeah,
What was he work? Oh,
I have-
it's his rain tray.
I think so.
Mark III rain tray. Yeah, I think that's his. Let's see what else we got. Artie Woo cakes.
Artie Woo cakes.
Chocolate or vanilla milkshake?
Chocolate.
Vanilla.
I don't. A vanilla. I can't even think of a vanilla milkshake. You can't just get a vanilla milkshake. Usually, a vanilla milkshake is because it has some other bullshit inside. If we're just gonna go straight milkshake, it's got to be chocolate.
I would go vanilla milkshake.
Really?
But if I had a choice, I'd go strawberry first.
I go
Strawberry.
awful. Chocolate, awful.
So
Strawberry's
vanilla,
got me feeling some type of way.
vanilla or strawberry, awful.
Chocolate only.
There's something
I knew
about
that.
just a vanilla milkshake that makes me think I'm just eating melted ice cream, which
You are.
is what it is. But when I say it's
It
a
reminds
chocolate,
you. It reminds
when
you.
it's a
that you-
chocolate one, it's like, ooh, this is chocolate. This is chocolat.
Oh, let's see if we can Grubhub some milkshakes.
God, can we get some fucking waffles on Grubhub right now?
Yeah,
oh my
potentially.
God, I'd disappear into one of those right now.
From the Swoops. Shouts to the Swoops. Hope you
Shout
are well.
swoops.
Swoops.
So of the King of the Hill members, which are you guys? Chuck is Dale, right? All crazy and shit.
I don't think I've ever watched King of the Hill a
I
day in my
don't
life.
know.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I haven't watched King of the Hill in so fucking long.
I
What a
know-
great show!
I know the dad who sells propane and propane accessories and says, "Damn it, Bobby." But
Yeah.
that's about it. Maybe I'm that guy because I'm constantly damning the children, if you will, or telling them to stop running, or what are you doing, or
How's this little air thing's working out?
oh, great, the kids. Well, they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
He loved them.
Did he eat him yet?
Hasn't eaten them yet, but getting him to wear his glasses, like
Oh,
reminding him to wear his glasses. Ladies and gentlemen, my son, he's just about 11 years old. And he has the eyesight of Mr. Magoo. So my wife and I are constantly reminding him to wear his glasses because I shit you not, the kid comes out of his room, goes into the kitchen, and I see him. Oh, so here's a perfect fucking example. Here's a perfect example. He comes up. I'm washing the dishes. He comes up on the side of me, and you have a dryer to put your dishes in
Yeah.
or whatever. When I'm sitting there, and he's about to get something, either cereal or some snack that you need a spoon for. Okay, fine. But like Mr. Magoo, he squints his eyes and he's looking at the dryer thing. And he picks, instead of grabbing a spoon, he literally picks up a giant serving spoon. And it's just like, he picks it up and he's just staring at it and looking at it. And I'm like,
probably trying to bend it with his mind.
what are you doing? He's like, I need a spoon. All right, that's close.
Yeah,
but
it's a ladle.
Just because that's right. It's a fucking ladle.
You serve yourself stew?
Oh man. But yes, reminding him that he needs to wear his glasses has become I don't even want to say daily occurrence, literally an hourly occurrence.
Get him some croquis or just pop some contacts in and don't tell him how to get them out.
Yeah.
When he wears them, he's fine. He's got his little hangy things now on the back of the glasses that Corey provided him with, so his
those things rock.
glasses don't fall off his nose, and he looks like even worse. Like, huh? Oh, what's going on? Yeah. So shouts to Preston.
Shouts.
Love
Shouts
you,
to
buddy.
Preston.
Wear your goddamn glasses. So yes, that's. I think I would be the damn it Bobby King of the Hill character. P. Coots.
P. Coots.
Would you rather teabag a bear trap or let DJ Khaled play at your funeral?
Oh, I like DJ Khaled
I would-
play my
I
funeral,
mean-
period.
Yeah, that would just be it.
Yeah.
We the best.
Yeah.
I want it to be a party.
High energy.
Be a high energy funeral.
Exactly. Let's see. Tyler, say what again? What
say
car
what?
is the biggest automotive letdown?
Automotive letdown?
What I remember is they did what was that Hyundai they did that was rear wheel drive and turbo?
The Tiburon?
Genesis.
The Genesis.
Genesis.
That was
And I just don't think anybody liked it.
Turned into a great hot boy vehicle.
Yeah,
Turned
for
into
sure.
a great hot boy vehicle because the deals on them were really good.
that.
It was the Genesis. Remember, they made a 6-cylinder, made a turbo. Everyone was like, "This is the next drift machine, rear drive,
Yeah.
turbo diff." And I don't think I've ever seen one.
I don't know for sure, and I'd have to look it up. And
I see lots of them, but they're all like
Oh, I've seen Stanto
yeah,
once.
exactly. Yeah.
I'd have to read into it. Was that car so bad that they repurposed the Genesis name and went in a completely different direction?
Well, Genesis is a sub brand now. I think it started it. You know what? Another great legendary automotive letdown is the Mercedes R Class. The Mercedes actually issued an apology
publicly
for.
apologized
Yeah.
for it. In Mexico, in Maryland, I put a fucking spanking on one of those Genesis when I had the E34 M5 out there.
Did you
And
really?
we got to the next light and he was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell's in that thing?
Your car's slow.
Yeah. It was like, it's fucking
NA
30 years old.
I think that those cars are terrible. And also Handgun Pat says one of his buddy has ones that he rocks at a Lock City Drift. God bless him. He found a reason for it.
Right, there are a couple
that
you
is
see,
their
yeah.
reason.
And also the R series, they made an AMG version of it. And it's literally this massive death bringing minivan, which is the coolest thing ever. But that's one of those things that sucks. The initial one sucks so bad, kind of like a GLA.
Yeah.
That the AMG is fucking cool.
I mean, yeah, you got to be a mom with the wagon, but you got to have the Mercedes. Why not have that one, right?
Exactly. If they're
I can only
actually
imagine.
expensive, I think, because they're so weird and the people that know about them want them.
Yeah.
If I saw an R AMG for sale, I would absolutely buy it. Seating for like 9
New daily
and like
vehicle.
450 horsepower.
What's up next?
Gavin Dowse, favorite tool. He writes,
Dowse.
mine's is a stubby Milwaukee 3/8 inch impact or electric ratchet.
There's nothing I can't get done with a 3/8 inch ratchet. It's a hammer. It's a pry bar. It's everything. There's nothing I can't get done with it.
I want one of those 3/8 electric ratchets.
But I'm talking. This is just a hand one.
There's been one sitting in my Amazon cart for 8 months or so.
What brand do you rep?
Milwaukee.
You do Milwaukee.
Oh, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
What did he say? What he reps?
He didn't specify. Oh no, I'm sorry. He says his is a stubby Milwaukee.
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 I think I'm the only Ryobi man in the Ryobi. I say Ryobi, but
Ryobi. I'm trying to think of a fucked up way to
I got
pronounce it.
one. I bought the one you have.
yeah,
I really like it. My favorite tool is a hammer.
yeah.
Doesn't matter the brand.
Not to be confused with Kratzman. Let's see. FF Metalworks.
FF Metal Works.
With everything going on, you think automakers will put more focus on better climate systems?
No.
Absolutely not.
Oh, Climatronic for inside the vehicle?
I think they're just going to try to survive.
Yeah, I think they're going to throw an upgraded charcoal filter in there and then call it a fucking
Call it
day.
day.
There's a Jerry Seinfeld just put on a new special on Netflix.
What'd you think?
I thought it was hilarious.
I can't wait to watch
I
it.
watched it with
I
my
gotta watch
wife.
that.
She fucking loved it, and she hates stand up.
Really?
Yeah,
You got to check out Bert
Shouts.
Kreischer's.
I've seen that one. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Try to watch with her.
Not good.
Two jokes
Don't
in
do
didn't
that.
work. But he has a joke about dual zone climate, which is fucking awesome. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody.
Shouts to Jerry Stiller.
Shouts to Jerry Stiller.
You know what sucks? I started
He's a legend.
Seinfeld from the beginning, and every night before bed, I like watch an episode or two because they're 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last night was his first episode,
Ugh.
and I was like, man, that's poorly timed.
That's
Yeah,
one.
rest in peace,
That's
man.
one
He
that
was
I'm
a
like,
legend.
oh man,
Yeah.
just the brassiere, everything.
That was the episode.
Iconic scenes all heavily involve him.
He brought the ruckus to Seinfeld, where it just unhinged old man, unhinged old man.
He played it so well because that was probably him.
It was his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
Let's
Rest
see.
in power, man.
T's and P's.
FF Metalworks again.
FF Metal Works.
If COVID lasts or reoccurs, which automaker will be the first to fold or go into bankruptcy?
Probably Nissan.
Nissan.
Yeah, probably
I mean,
Nissan.
in for that matter, you can flip a coin because they're all going to be in massive trouble.
Buick. You know, I mean, so just kill them off. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like Cadillac.
Nissan, it almost has to be Nissan because they just killed off Datsun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely going to hold on to my daily for, well, I mean, they get a new motor, but still going to hold on to it for a while now. I mean, why introduce that,
Let's see. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Shows. I'm sorry. From Just Sean ML.
Just showing ML. I was a big
shows-
ML Mercedes guy.
The Ma. Shows, backroad cruises, or track days.
I'd kill off shows.
I'd kill shows.
Yeah, I'd,
Kill
I'd
shows.
marry Backroad and fuck track stuff.
100%.
Same. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
100%.
the same.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
We can kill shows right now.
Yeah, he really softballed that into us.
Yeah, that's teed up, man.
Let's see. I drive cool cars.
I drive cool cars.
Do you guys ever watch Donut Media's videos on YouTube?
I don't like the presentation of Donut Minis videos.
I can't. I've tried.
But I've seen a couple that are good, but aren't they the ones like, all you need to know about a VR6?
Yeah,
Right,
I
right,
watched
yeah.
I watched Jamie's.
Yeah.
That was it.
yeah,
I think that they put out some that are more like media heavy and not that guy.
yes,
that
yes.
were okay.
Matter of fact, I forgot. I don't know the dude's name, but there's another dude who I haven't watched him, but I keep seeing him. But I'm almost so tainted by the other ones
I
that
feel-
I'm like,
I feel like the Ron Swanson joke at Home Depot, where it's like, all you need to know about Volkswagen is like, I know more than you.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
wanna-
And if I want to know, I just read it and I wouldn't have you yell it at me.
that's I tried, legitimately tried once. I don't know, 6 months ago, something like that, and got about 2 minutes in. I'm just like, I can't
Yeah.
deal with
Yeah,
the
same.
whole mannerism which they presented, like I was watching obviously big into cooking stuff, and this woman had this cooking video and she's just screaming what she's doing into the camera, and she's like vigorously doing it. I'm like, oh, listen, cool your fucking jets.
Yeah.
You're like you're cutting a cucumber wrong. Like, relax. Like,
Donut Media comes across as like Fisher Price car videos. Like, this is my first car video.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say,
it's
they
leaning
serve a-
heavily on the presentation.
Yeah, they serve a
even more
purpose,
so
and
than
it's
the
gonna be-
Hoonigan.
and it's going to be the younger crowd for sure.
Right.
Whatever. Hey, maybe it sparks some enthusiasts.
yeah, like we always say, there's an ass for every seat.
I think he's got all the
Yeah.
money in the world, though. I think they're making a lot of money over there at Donut.
Oh,
I'm sure they
I'm
are.
sure they're absolutely killing it.
But I think they had some drift series stuff with maybe Fosberg, and
They
it was
did.
really,
Yes, they
really
did.
great.
Matter of
So
fact,
that
right.
stuff was incredible.
I
It was
did-
like the two of them living in a house building drift cars.
And I seen like a behind the scenes of them shooting the Ferrari powered BRZ.
yeah,
Turk
yeah, yeah.
a long time
They've
ago.
done a bunch of cool stuff like
And-
that. So it's just that their really popular stuff is that all you need to know about this, and it probably appeals to more than just car guys. So
Right. Let's see. Ben Jarmin. Shouts to English Ben.
Shout out to English Ben.
Miss you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a long time.
big
I know he
shouts, man.
can't really.
He can't
not-
get here right now. He can't get here right now.
He's not going to be leaving for a long time.
Yeah.
I think LA's locked down until July at least. If you were a character from Sesame Street,
Yes,
who would you be?
Cookie Monster. Next question.
Sponsor. What's the dude that fucking lives in the trash can?
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the
I would
Grouch.
have called that for you.
Yeah, Oscar the Grouch, 100%. I've always been Oscar the Grouch. I always will be Oscar the Grouch.
I continue to be Oscar.
yeah.
I fucking love
I don't know.
cookies.
I actually, it's funny. My mom asked me one day, she's like, like I always knew like when I was growing up, like what I was going to name my kids. And I was like, yeah, Oscar is definitely one of the things I want to name my kid. It's Oscar the fucking Grouch.
I'm going to go with Snuffleupagus.
Oh, strong.
Yeah, I see it.
It makes sense. Let's see. Schmidtum.
Schmidtum.
For Josh, what is one photography skill you wish you knew when you started? I don't know. I'd say more video stuff when I started. That'd be fun. Kind of learning it now.
Well, the skills you learn no matter what.
That's the thing. There's nothing. It just continues to progress.
Yeah, when you start out, it's a skill. You kind of
right.
learn.
Just kind of. So there's nothing like off the bat. If I wanted to figure something out, YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it. Let's see. Mike Benson, 12235.
Mike Benson, 12235.
With emissions restrictions increasing, will we see new small companies making cool gas cars?
New small companies? No.
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 I think
No, we're going to see less small
we're going to
companies.
see less.
Yeah.
And it's
A lot of
gonna
people buying motors from big companies.
Yeah,
because
because
become way more niche. Yeah.
the giants it's gonna be real easy for them just to kind of plop whatever the fuck they want in a tiny car or a big car, a small.
I mean,
engine,
someday
big car.
you'll even see like Aston Martin using Mercedes engines.
Maybe.
Whew, would have thought. Carl Biltz.
Carl Biltz.
I think this one is going to be for me. Rum versus whiskey.
Rum versus whiskey. Go ahead, Josh. Weigh in.
Rum.
Rum guy.
Sailor Jerry Rum.
It's a pirate.
Sailor Jerry.
Yeah, talk about a night.
Yeah, your
ruiner.
boy Jerry. That's good. There's always a different girl on the back of the bottle.
Yeah, they. Is there? I don't
Yeah.
know, I haven't had any in years. So
Yeah, there's a bunch of different girls in the back of the bottle.
There you
Sometimes
go.
you pick it based on the girl in the back of the bottle.
hey,
Yeah.
there you go. Connor McCann.
Connor McCann.
What's up, Eugene?
If you could have anyone in the world on the podcast, who would it be?
Oh, Elon Musk.
100%.
I'd love to talk to Jay Leno.
That'd be
Ooh,
really
that'd
good.
be a
I'd
good
love to
one.
talk to Jay Leno.
Also
Yeah.
Seinfeld, but Elon Musk, it would go so fucking off topic because I don't give a
Musk,
shit about
yeah,
the car
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Musk, Leno, certainly any of the three. Matter of fact, you know what? I
Jerry, Brett
James
from
May.
Sloan.
Yeah,
James
I mean,
May would be great.
James May would be fantastic. Carol Shelby.
Oh,
I mean, sit down and talk
jeez.
with that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you thought 7 hours of a podcast was something. I mean, you put me in a room with that guy. I mean, R.I.P. Teeth and Peace, but I mean, I could go fucking hours. Just
Keep going.
Going.
Nikki Lauda.
Yep.
Ronan _H21.
Ronan.
Should I sell the supercharger and buy a turbo?
Yes,
I
we
think
were
you already
talking about
did.
this.
You're
You're the best. You're the best.
Let's see. TDs.
Titties.
What's your favorite nickname for a car? I really like the Tiguan being called Tiguan.
I've never heard that.
Neither have I. But we have many nicknames for cars.
I really like when the Model 3 is called the M3.
The Pupra,
I like the Stevie O.
Stevio, the Forcheese, what is it? Impreza Tall.
The Impreza Tall for the Forester.
I mean, I always thought the Tiguan was a GTI tall.
GTI Tall. That
GTI
makes
Tall,
sense.
GTI
That's
Tall,
a very
yeah.
good one. Yep. Yeah, there's a bunch of different nicknames.
Yeah, I mean, calling the Urus the Aztec is like the biggest fucking slap in the face of Lamborghini ever. so-
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. Let's see. The Brian Buckley.
Connor wants to let everybody know none of his name is Eugene, by the way.
I don't know. That's not how I see
Just
it.
using his old man's credit card.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not how I see it.
The Brian Buckley. Why do dogs insist on standing when riding in the car?
Dude, it's a fucking dog. They have no idea what's going on. They're petrified.
I was going to get scientific and say it's standing because it's bracing for something to happen.
bracing.
Yeah,
Just-
because it's like,
holy
shit, what's going on?
Why the Earth
What's
moving
out the
on
window?
me?
What's out the window?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Also, they're just chilling,
Also magnets.
doing them.
oh
Uh-oh.
my God. Fuzzy MK5.
Fuzzy.
Did we answer this one?
Fuzzy
Fuzzy.
Bad Feet.
Fuzzy Bad Feet with a new acquisition.
New acquisition. Shouts to Fuzzy.
Oh, beautiful color, my friend.
But then
What did Fuzzy
unfortunately,
buy? Fuzzy bought something?
letting go of said
Old
vehicle as
acquisition.
well.
There's
Yeah.
nothing unfortunate about that, boys. I maybe haven't talked to Fuzzy in a while.
Well, actually, you haven't seen his replacement, so we'll give that a
I'm
moment.
about
Keep
to.
moving forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, shouts to him. Awesome
Shouts to
color.
Fuzzy. He asks, "Do you pee in the shower,
No.
or are you a bunch of liars?"
I know,
100%.
because I have fucking self-respect, and I'm the one who fucking cleans the shower. I'm not
Fuzzy,
gonna,
is that the terrible V8 or is that the terrible twin
That's-
turbo or is that
that's
the
a
terrible
V8.
5-cylinder?
That's a V8.
Good. God bless.
No, I don't
Got the
fucking pee in the
patience.
shower. If I'm at the hotel, I'll fucking hose that bitch down. But if I'm at home, absolutely not.
Slinging it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really try not to pee in the shower.
Yeah, the fire hose comes out if I'm in like a hotel or something like that.
I mean,
but
especially in relative to our bathroom, I can pretty much just, shoot it out the curtain
you
anyway.
do
hit the toilet.
Joey Diaz?
Yeah, just poop, poop in the shower and squish it down. Yeah,
I mean, I'll piss
Joey
before I take a
Diaz.
shower, but if it happens, it happens. You know,
Right,
if he dies, he dies.
That's the thing. It's not like I'm not gonna,
But it's not. If I gotta piss, I'm like, I'm gonna take a shower. I may as well just let it rip. I don't know why. I mean, it wouldn't really offend me either way. But
Yeah. Hey, it's only my feet.
my son pees in the bathtub every time he gets in. I put him on the toilet. He'll pee. I'll put him in. He'll just pee.
I mean, sometimes
Yeah, holds it in
it's
reserve.
Yeah.
Guy's got a reserve on him.
it's just sometimes just that one.
My daughter will be in the bathtub. Be like, he's peeing again. I'm like, hey,
I saw him
Gotta
today.
get used to that.
I gave him a high five. He was real sticky.
yeah, I'm a sticky guy.
I don't know what he had
Generally a
all over
sticky
him.
guy.
Constant.
I think it was a peanut butter and fluff sandwich. Turns out fluff's just super glue.
Yeah.
Children always sticky.
Yeah.
Let's see. FF Metalworks again.
FF Metalworks.
Cross country trip. Would you rather be the driver or photographer?
Driver.
Photographer.
Yeah,
100%.
driver. That's easy.
I reminisce for those days where I can sit in a vehicle and just be along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm driver. I want to be the freaking limitless Corey of this shit. You know what I mean?
You just drive cross
Just
country.
driving.
Hammer it.
Plowing through.
John, talk to whoever you want. I'm hammering it through.
Let's see.
Shout to Limitless Corey.
Shouts to Limitless Corey. It's
And John.
Scumbag Steve.
It's come back, Steve.
What are your thoughts on the Hoonigan Fox body render? Did we?
Was that Hoonigan?
I just brought it up quick. I just
Great.
brought it up quick. When there is a physical vehicle that Ken Block is driving, I'll
We'll be involved.
put together some thoughtful words.
There we go. My guy.
Until then, I mean, the renders are cool.
Renders. We talked about renders last time.
Yeah. But also there's a gentleman who has a Fox body who has already built something a few years ago that is eerily very similar. Only not as crazy, wrapped in weird graphics.
Sponsors.
Shout out to
Wrapped in-
Kenny.
Wrapped in sponsors.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is going to be our last one. BJ McCardle.
BJ McCardle.
Two-part question.
boy.
First, are you guys into anything of the two-wheeled variety? If so, what's your favorite build style and platform? Cafe Racer, Scrambler, Bobber, etc.
I'm a big fan of like the cafe / scrambler style.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy one or build one.
I used to be. I mean, I'm still into them. I'm still appreciative of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to ride anymore. I had sport bike. I've had choppers. We have a podcast called the Talking Motorcycle Podcast.
Yeah, they cover all things.
So that Tom covers all those and gets into that.
That's a man who's into everything.
Something he really, and he's just a fucking endless well of knowledge when it comes to motorcycles and stuff like that. I'm kind of curious. I'm into the cafe racer stuff, but one thing that intrigues me about motorcycles currently, the electric ones,
Okay.
how that's going to shake out. Harley's building a fucking electric motorcycle. Like
Talking motorcycles,
that's
how to,
just
they did a little bit on
a little
that.
piece on that. So, I'm just fascinated with watching that all unfold.
It's going to be a no for me, dog. I like dirt bikes, though.
Dirt bikes are pretty obvious, like it's everybody can be
Every
into
man
dirt
needs a
bikes.
dirt bike. It's like a
everyone
jet ski.
can be- Yeah.
Yeah, it's an easy
But
one.
I
It's
mean,
just a staple.
I think bikes are cool. I like how fast they are.
Yeah,
I can't have one.
Yeah.
So I just don't care.
right. I get it.
But I have a dirt bike, so I fucking like that. I like the ones that go in the dirt.
Yeah.
The dirts bikes.
The dirt bikes.
What was
I
the
think
second
that's
part to
gonna,
that? Anything?
Oh, that was it. Yeah,
That was
just,
one too.
Just the,
Oh.
the A and B.
Like a flow chart. There was one with no end and one with a B.
So I think that's going to do it for us this week. No main topic. We had one, but we ditched it last minute.
And we're never going to tell you what it was.
Just so we can put into a bit more research. Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows? It's not going to be next week. Maybe it'll be, years down the road where we revisit that one. Yeah, shouts to everybody.
Shouts to everyone in the
listening.
chat room. Thanks everybody listening. Shouts to Young Ben, who we still haven't called, but we're going to get in touch with him soon. I'd like to bring
what's
him
he
back.
been up to? What's
Making good decisions for
have
sure.
Have we talked to him at all? Or
No.
He sent me a message yesterday asking if I had a diff cover for E36 M3.
There you go. Why would he need a div
Other
cover?
than the one I own, I do not.
Should have taken that
Just-
shirt off your
just
back.
Take it off
Just giving
and let
to
it
him.
go. Yeah, that's going to do it.
That's
for
an
us,
interesting question
ladies and
for a
gentlemen.
man that doesn't own one.
Thank you very much, as always, for listening. I'm Revival_Josh. That's at Chucku, at Corey.si, at Revival Motoring on Instagram. Rate us 5 stars. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube.
Write us funny stories.
Yes. Send emails. If you want to advertise, get in touch. info@revivalmotoring.com.
If you're on Twitch, hang around for our awesome after party, which we have every time. Please check us out on Twitch. I promise it's probably not worth your time to watch the after party. But we're almost there.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Miss you guys.
Hopefully see you soon.
We're almost stage 2. That means we can meet.
Shouts to Nick Novak for the stickers. Keep
Shouts.
forgetting.